so bad.
Wrong intro. Wrong show.
We are the New York Knicks. I'm back. Back in New York. Well, it's the Knicks. New York. We are the New York Knicks. New York. For this new season we're about to enter, the Knicks is taking no shorts just like winter. New York, New York.
New York be about the Knicks, huh?
But the best thing about New York City is
K-N-I-C-K-S.
Everybody say go New York, go New York, go!
Go New York, go New York, go!
Everybody, welcome to the New York Knicks podcast, episode something, doing the live draft and trying to get these sounds off because nobody wants to hear this clicking the entire time. Mart will be joining us in a few minutes. He's just updating everything he wanted to update right before he started. So we got bidding on Jokic going up to $72. And that's where the sound's coming from. Okay. Sorry, folks. I'll mute that real quick and we'll get this underway. Okay. And Jokic is going, probably, my guess is going to be $80. We're up to 78. Good luck to everybody. I want to congratulate Mark, not co-host Mark, but Mark who won the league last year, and Mr. C who got second place. Seeing if we can get a repeat situation going on. And Jokic goes for $80. So we're doing an auction style draft. Basically, everybody gets $200, and when it's your turn to draft, you put up somebody for nomination, and then there's a bidding war. And there's a little bit more strategy involved, I think, than the regular draft where it's your turn, you just pick somebody. This time you got to manage your budget and try and get everybody, within your $200. Last year I had my strategy was to wait and then have a lot of money left. But I ended up with $20 left, which is not good. So I'm going to try not to do that this year. Martin, how you doing?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right.
All right.
Draft?
Yes, we are on the draft. The second pick, Luka Doncic, just went for $67. The number one was Jokic for $80.
So do I sound all right this morning?
You sound a little echoey, but you sound okay.
All right, that's not good.
But basically, like it's going through you're talking into your computer, not your mic.
All right, hold please.
All right. So now we have Shea. Shea going third. Well, nominated third. So I'm trying to manage this draft while also doing the podcast. Not easy. Shea goes for 65. So I am trying to... my strategy would probably be to not spend more than $50 on a player, which obviously is not everybody else's strategy, but that's what I like to do. Because then later in the draft, I feel like you have more money. Mitchell Robinson going up for nomination already. He's up for $21. Expanded role this year, maybe? I don't know. He was looking pretty good towards the end of the season. Looking all right in preseason so far. Projected 14, average 6.2. Since this is a Knicks podcast league, he is going for $21. That's the fun part about this league, that the Knicks players always go for like triple what other players, what Knicks players go for in other leagues. I always find that pretty amusing. I think last year we had 8 or 9 Knicks drafted. Martin?
Yep.
All right.
So I was actually going to show you what I think your team should look like.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
right,
I think this is what we should do. Ready?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can share my screen. Oh, you gotta let me share your screen. You got to open that. Can you? Or is it screw up the podcast? I came with props.
Let's see. Let's try that now.
Okay. All right, here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking you go with these guys. These three, maybe these three, then these three, and then these three.
Dwayne
Maybe those
Washington,
three.
Nathan Knight,
These three, and then those three. I think you just draft all of those guys and you should win.
Isaiah Roby.
I think you just draft them all.
Guys who are going to get like 0 minutes. So
We
Mitch
need a top end on this team. So draft his brother who's going to end up playing with are they the 914s now, by the way? Did you know this?
No, I did not.
I think the Westchester Knicks
Mm-hmm.
are called well, I'm not going to out that, but they're called the 914s.
Is that for the zip code?
The area code?
The area code, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Which I think is how the Toronto version of that team was named at one point.
Oh, okay. All right. So Mitch went for 21. Embiid went for 72. We got Tatum right now. I sent you a link so you can see. You could either look at the live room or like the link I sent you is the results.
Okay.
So we're streaming.
I tried that. It didn't work.
We're streaming on YouTube, youtube.com/@NYKnicks podcast.
Yeah, I got an auth error, so it's not working.
Okay, so try the Knicks podcast, the youtube.com/NYKnicks podcast.
Oh, okay. Got it. I'll do it over here.
Or twitch.tv/crumpled bacon. So Tatum went for 62. We got Anthony Davis. Projected 47, average 48.
Did you pick Miles Bridges yet?
I did not.
I think you should.
He
might play. He might play.
He was at practice today. So you can abuse women and children, but do not tweet stuff. Because Kai Jones is off the team. Bridges is apparently in practice. Looks like Anthony Davis is going to go for around $54.
I just might keep this Danny DeVito Jersey Mike's commercial on instead of watching the draft. Oh, wait, no. Wait, someone picked Mitchell Robinson this early?
Well, I mean, it's a nomination thing. You can nominate whoever you want. Like, remember, like 2 years ago, I messed around and I nominated some like Elfrid Payton and I got him for $1 and I wasted like my fifth pick.
That's true. $21 for Mitchell Robinson, though?
It's a Knicks podcast. Like all the Knicks are.
I understand,
but
the guy's going to get hurt. He's an injury waiting to happen.
Last year wasn't bad.
There was a time where he was injured.
There was. There could be worse. I mean,
who's picking Jeff Van Gundy?
Shea just went for a lot of money, and he plays way less than Mitch.
That's true.
Shea went.
I think we need the all criminal team. Can we do it?
We can do it. Anthony Edwards, 47. That might be a pretty good deal, actually.
That's not bad. They're going to suck, but that's not bad.
I'm nominated.
Someone's got to score, and someone's got to do all the things that he does.
Yeah. Steph, what do you think?
He's old. He's getting old.
I think he's still going to put up really good numbers.
So I'm delayed, so Steph got picked?
No, he's up for nomination right now.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, he'll put up numbers. That's true. Although, how will Chris Paul impact that team? Will it be positively or negatively?
Negatively.
It's like you're going to have 2 point guards.
Well, they're also like super small. They're going to start Paul, and then they're going to have like Wiggins playing power forward. That might work against certain teams, but against the bigger teams, they're going to get crushed.
Yeah.
Steph's going for 55, it looks like.
I mean, he's MVP caliber. He should go for high amount, right?
Yeah, I mean, projected 54, average 57. We're right on the money.
Like, honestly, Jokic for 80, for all the crap he does,
mm-hmm.
That's not awful.
Yeah.
When you think about it. They should be the favorite. I think they are the odds-on favorite.
Yeah.
To win the whole thing. Embiid, I worry about Philadelphia because who the heck knows what they're going to be because they've got to dump Harden.
Harden's he's gonna mess that team up.
I know he's playing nice now because he has to make money, but
I just nominated Desmond Bain.
Bain.
A
lot of big guys win already.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, I'll call Doncic a big guy, right? Even though he's a point guard.
He's a big point guard.
3, 4, 5. 5 out of the 9 that have been picked are big guys in my mind.
I mean, there's not a lot of really good big men, so I guess people try and clean up on that early.
It's kind of like in the fantasy football, how Travis Kelce's like the tight end and everybody else doesn't matter.
I haven't followed football in so long. I know
well, for those that do,
3 players. I think.
You know who Travis Kelce? I mean, Travis Swift.
No.
You know who he is? No.
The last time I watched football was when the
Taylor
Giants
Swift?
beat the Pats
No,
for the
Taylor
second
Swift.
time.
You're not paying attention to all that garbage. You're not going to go to the movie theater and see that. No.
No.
Oh, did you get him? No, you didn't get him. You got outbid.
I didn't want Bane. I just nominated him.
Oh, okay.
That's my strategy.
Is that a strategy?
Now somebody else has $34 less. See, that's my strategy. It's Kevin Durant.
Well, don't give your strategy away.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think people are gonna change their strategy right now based on what I just said. So the fun part about Yahoo is that I spent hours putting stars next to the players I wanted, and then when you start the live draft, it's a separate queue, and so I had no stars against anybody. So 5 minutes before the show, I was frantically trying to star the same guys. Yeah. So, because I have stars for guys I think.
The stars are interested. It means interested, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I do Yahoo. I know we talk about, but I do Yahoo football. It's the same thing. I'm surprised they didn't.
So yeah,
you have to do pre-draft rankings. That's what you have to do.
But I don't want pre-draft rankings. I wanted to just put a star. Because pre-draft rankings.
You could have done pre-draft rankings, and that would have been your star. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't have to rank them in order.
But it's by dollar amount, so that means nothing. It ranks. I'd have to put $0 for every.
You'd have to jigger
I don't want,
with it. Yeah.
I don't know. So
I get it.
It was annoying. So I restarred 20 guys right before the draft started. It was very stressful.
Kevin Durant for 56 is cheap, in my opinion.
I think that was a pretty good deal. Yeah.
Because if you're going to compare him to Jason Tatum, who went for 62, I'd say they should be at least on par with each other.
I think the only concern with Durant is maybe he's getting older and he gets injured. But if not, he's going to score.
That team's going to score 140 a game.
Yeah, yeah. So we got Halliburton. Don't worry, I will not go on my rant about Halliburton.
You need your annual Halliburton rant.
My weekly Halliburton rant, but he went for 64. I wonder what Opie's going to go for. Probably not $64.
Do ex-Knicks get drafted a lot?
I think a lot of people are having big expectations for Obi because...
He's going to stand in the corner just waiting again for no one to pass to him?
Well, he did that in preseason, but I think people think without Tibbs, he's going to put up big numbers.
Maybe. So pretty bad to have this after Cole Porter. After you had a big dinner, because it's a very heavy beer, but we're doing it.
I have a pumpkin.
Oh, we have that in the fridge.
I'm not drinking that. I'm drinking.
I don't like the pumpkin beer either. It's for the other person in the house.
Well, I drink that because it's 8%, so I could drink 2 beers and get drunk. But no, I'm drinking orange vanilla Captain Morgan.
Oh, nice.
Giannis went for 56.
Wow, that's cheap too. Because I feel like he fills up more columns than Jason Tatum does.
I feel like everybody is being a little more reserved this year. Last year, the prices were absolutely out of control. And I think, I don't know, maybe people readjusted. I say that, but then LaMelo Ball goes for 55. So I don't know.
Yeah. So I might have said this last year because it was a team name, but Starks 2 for 18 is a very, very good team name.
Yes. Yes.
So are we allowed to talk about what our friend thought I said about Jeff Van Gundy and what he meant to say?
Sure, go for it.
So Jeff Van Gundy's now working for the Celtics, and I wrote in a text message, Jeff Van Gundy's working for the Celtics, and one of our friends said, will he wear Larry Bird's or I forgot whose panties? And I said, no, that's Marv Albert. We're talking about Jeff Van Gundy. And he said, oh, whose leg will he grab? And I thought that was pretty good.
Okay, there we go.
I respect it.
That was back when there was fights in the NBA.
That's when the Knicks were good.
Yeah.
Although they should be good this year.
They'll be good. I mean,
But
those were the years
are
where
they
you
are they
actually,
competitive with Boston or Milwaukee? No.
no, see, back in the 90s, the Knicks, you were like, they could win it. They went to game 7 against the Bulls like once or twice, right? Like, they could have won a couple championships in the 90s.
They should have.
I
They
mean,
should have beaten Houston.
yeah,
of
they went
course.
to game 7 against Houston. I'm not sure if I told this story before, but I was going through my old VHS tapes, and I was either throwing them out or I was digitizing what I wanted to keep. And so I found one that was unlabeled, and usually in the 90s, you know what that means. But I put it in, and it was a yeah. I put it in, and it wasn't porn. It was a basketball game, and it was the Starks 2 for 18 game.
So that's Houston Rockets porn.
Yeah, so I smashed it. I literally just smashed it and threw it away. Kawhi just went for 43.
43. Yeah.
I mean, that's another one where,
that's a load management discount.
yeah, good if he's healthy, but he's definitely going to play like 60 games.
Although with the new rules, he might have to play a little more than he normally does.
Nah, they'll find a way around that. Heel
Yeah.
spur. Everybody's got heel spurs all of a sudden.
Like, how do you prove it?
Exactly. Exactly. You just, instead of saying load management, you say sore ankle. That's
Not
it.
for nothing. He could binge and purge. I'm sick.
Yeah.
You know.
Kyrie went for 48. Kawhi went for 43. So the like Enos. Remember when he posted cheat day and he ate 8 hamburgers and then he
Yes.
missed the game because of stomach poisoning? So maybe we'll see more of that this season.
They call it the Ennis Cantor hamburger binge.
Freaking clown. I should start
It's
collecting.
not his name anymore, isn't it? Does he have a different name?
Yeah, Freedom.
You know what I call him? He's Turkey. Get it?
Dame. Dollar Dame.
I mean, so what that does, that opens up someone on Portland to get some more points and some more other things.
Yeah.
That's the question, right? Like,
Well, they got
who's their go-to guy at this point? Do you
they
go
got-
with the rookies?
Well, they got Scoot, right?
Scoot,
And then they got Simons, Grant. I mean, I still think they have a good team.
They're actually not bad. They're kind of like
Ayton.
sort of like Oklahoma City, like very young but
Mm-hmm.
not ready.
Yeah, no, I like their roster. I think they're like a year or two away from
For what they
playoffs.
they did well for what they had to give away.
The West took a dip for like 2 years, and then they're back again. Now the West is super
No,
deep
now
again.
it's like the old days, right?
There's like 13 good teams in the West. It's insane.
Like there's 2 in the East, but the Heat will, do nothing and then show up in the playoffs. But
Yeah. Dame went for 52. My favorite player, if you're a listener to this show, James Harden just got nominated.
so Dame went for $4 less than his teammate. Interesting. I think that sounds fair.
Yeah.
I think Giannis fills up more boxes than he would.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
But Middleton will benefit from these 2.
Which is good because I think Middleton's on the cusp of being washed up.
Yeah, he's probably got a year or 2 left. No, that's it.
Harden, this is such a hard one.
God.
Like, you don't even know what team he's going to be on.
Negative $5.
I mean, the rumor
No,
is
he's-
he's going to get traded to the Clippers, but the Clippers offered cap filler, a first, and a pick swap. And they said
Does he have a no trade, by the way, or no?
no. There's like 2 no trades in the whole league. I think maybe even
So-
1.
What would be the worst team for him to go to? Like, where should they ship him? Where he's like in purgatory and it doesn't.
Charlotte. Charlotte's never good. Charlotte's
Yeah.
like NBA purgatory.
Yep.
Well, no, that's
Indiana,
like NBA.
Indiana, maybe.
Charlotte's like NBA hell, not NBA purgatory.
Yeah,
I
Indiana.
feel like Indiana's got some good pieces. I want him to go to a place
Washington.
where he's doomed. Yeah, Washington's a good one. Harden went for 40.
Oh, this part of the draft is brought to you by Peloton. I don't know.
Donovan Mitchell.
My screen just had a shrink for that ad.
I saw people saying like, what if the Knicks got Donovan Mitchell and Towns? And I'm like,
What do they have to give up?
RJ
A lot?
Grimes and like a bunch of the bench pieces, but like,
Are we ready to give up RJ after what he just did?
are we ready to
In the
have a
World
starting lineup of Brunson, Mitchell, like Hart, Randall, and Towns? Like that's like the worst starting lineup defensively.
Yeah. No, and you think Tibbs wants to coach that?
Oh my God, he would just quit.
I like the Villanova Wildcats. I like what we have right now. I think we're good. I think you got to let this play out a little bit. Because the one thing the stupid Knicks have done over the years is giving up on rosters too soon. Let these guys
I don't think they're gonna
be familiar.
Really
No, I don't think
they're
they
gonna.
are. I think they're staying the course.
So Donovan Mitchell went for 40.
Look, I love Donovan Mitchell, but we had our chance. We didn't sign him, and he's got to stick in Cleveland.
The
until
Knicks
end of his deal.
offered a crazy package. Like
I'm glad it didn't work. I'm glad it didn't work.
yeah,
by the way.
they turned down a better package than they got for.
By the way, 55 for LaMelo Ball. Is he going to play?
I know that seemed a little bold.
I mean, I know he's going to play, but like, how? What does he have left? Or is he broken? I feel like both. This is going to sound dirty. Both balls are broken.
There is 4 teams with 3 guys already, and there's 4 teams with nobody, and I'm one of those.
They're just trying to swoop in and get some high price talent.
I mean,
can you nominate a scrub? Can you just do that?
Yeah,
if you want?
but if nobody bids, then you got him. That's what I did with Elfrid Payton.
It's a bit of $1 on some stupid ass scrub.
Well, that's what I did with Elfrid Payton, and I got him. And then at the end of the draft, it was a really good player, and I had no roster spots left. So
right. Well, I guess you got to find that diamond in the rough. So when's Wemby coming out? Can I be nominated? And how much does he go for? That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, he looks amazing.
Devin Booker for 41 is cheap. I feel like he should be worth more than Kawhi Leonard.
That was average. So
average across all the other
all the other drafts. That was exactly 41.
I'm just comparing to what people have spent on other shooting guards.
Yeah, no, I know. Brunson's nominated, so projected 29.
Well, he's going to go above average. We all know that because this is the Knicks draft.
Oh my God!
But he's really good. 36? You could have gotten him for more than that.
I literally clicked on bid.
And it went away
as it was ending because I was distracted.
Don't get distracted.
Oh my God! I was gonna.
That's cheap for him.
Yeah, the average was 26, which I was surprised. I feel like that's a steal. 26. I mean, even 36, I think is a steal. I messed up on that.
I think so too. I mean, he's an all-star in my mind. I know he wasn't, but he should have.
If he doesn't get an all-star this year, New York just messed up.
We have all these fake fans here.
Well,
Not here.
It's the biggest market. Like, there's no reason they shouldn't just vote him in.
That's true. It's a steal, especially in this league.
I had Brunson last season. It was such a good deal. Jaren Jackson Jr.
Jaren Jackson. So Memphis is a weird team because they're going to be missing Mr. Criminal over there, but Mr. Guns.
For 25 games, yeah.
Well, which actually gives more ability for other people to do things, but
yeah. Jaren Jackson for 41. I mean,
that's about right, I guess.
Yeah, he puts up good numbers. I worry about his injury
Health.
history. Oh, you can see the average and projected too. Okay.
Wait a minute. Oh, this is the other Bridges.
Right? Yeah, you can see that.
Where is the averages?
It
projected and average.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
Okay.
I see it.
You
can't see it after they're picked, though.
Right. Bridges is going to have a good season.
Brooklyn's sneaky good. They might sneak into the playoffs.
I think they're going to be a playoff team. They were able
They're
to.
back to what they were.
So
these a bunch of like players that are rootable for.
If they didn't have 3 Hall of Famers on the team and they just went to the team they have now, you'd be like, oh, that's good. That's impressive. The fact that they had all those other guys makes it like, a laughing stock. But, if they just built this team with Claxton and Bridges and Cam, like, it's a good team. He went
back to what they were before they tried to build a super team.
Bridges went for 50. The average is 37.
Yeah, it's a little high for him, I think. I know he had a really good like back end of the year when they got him and everything, but
it's my turn to nominate somebody. I'm nominating LeBron. My favorite player of all time.
NBA Live 2003. Yep, he was in that game.
He was.
That's how long he's been around, I think, right?
Crap. Was he?
He was on PS2. That's how long he's been playing.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was thinking like 2008, but no, he was already like, almost a vet by then. He was on his second contract by then.
PS2.
That's wild.
It's crazy. And he's still good. And he's going to play until his son gets in there, even though his son probably isn't NBA ready. But
I don't think his older son is, but it looks like his younger son is turning out to be the better one.
how old is he?
I think he's a senior in high school now, so he's got to wait one more year. He wanted to play with his older son, but then he had that heart condition, so that
Right, yeah.
delayed everything.
Well, he's still playing. He's going to play at USC this year. But they said he's not going to sit out because of the heart stuff.
I mean, LeBron still looks
38 for LeBron. That seems to be a steal.
I don't know. LeBron,
Although average is 30, but
LeBron's.
I'm just comparing to the league.
Yeah, but
You
he
gotta just watch
misses.
the league.
He misses a lot of games now. He's
Best
missed,
haircut ever, Trae Young. There
he's
you
missed
go.
about 20 games for the last 3 or 4 years.
That's true. That's true.
The best
And
ability,
load management, all that other stuff. And he's old, right?
the best ability is available.
Well, the two Lakers, right?
Yeah, I'm pissed that the Lakers were able to reload so quickly, and
I know.
they have a really good team. They went from it's
Not
two
making
guys,
the playoffs
yeah, it's two
to
guys
almost
and a
making
bunch
the
of
finals.
garbage to they're one of the deeper teams in the league. Everybody helps the Lakers with trades. It's disgusting.
With better coaching than they had.
Yeah, they're going to be one of
Yep.
the better teams in the West right now. It's garbage.
Are you choosing Sabrina Ionescu? No, you're not going to pick her? Oh, sorry. It's the WNBA fantasy.
Trae Young went for 37.
I mean, he's a good player.
He's going to kill
annoying.
you with. You're going to win free throw percentage and threes, but you're going to get killed with field goal percentage.
Yep. Yeah, he just takes too many shots.
Yeah, he is an inefficient chucker. I mean, he shot 40.
That team blew it. They had if you go back 2 years ago, I loved that team before they had that good year. That was the year they beat the Knicks and everything, right?
And I didn't mind Trae Young because I feel like the NBA needs a villain.
Yeah, you need a couple bad guys.
I like the villain role. I know people are still mad at Trae. I thought it was cool.
Well, I like the
hammered him
villain role, although Bill Laimbeer was a bit much. If we're going to go down to villain avenue, he was a little too much, too annoying about it.
That team
When we
was
go back to villains.
that 30 for 30 though on the Bad Boy Pistons was
It's so good. Well, that and the documentary on Netflix about them.
yeah,
With the Malice in the Palace too.
just
that was
gets
good.
you pumped. Hey, I got a player. I got Sabonis.
Sabonis? You got Sabonis?
I think 40 is pretty good for Sabonis.
Another big guy. He struggled in the playoffs though, but hopefully he
Well,
in that first round, he had a tough first round.
playoff doesn't matter in fantasy, so
No. Yeah, he'll beat up on the bad teams. They should be better. That's a team that should take the next step this year, right? They learned, and they should be better.
damn it, people know me. J Love Sabonis bid up is in the chat. God damn you people.
Oh,
That's dirty. And they did, but I still got them. 40 was league average, so
all right. So
I
you
didn't
get totally
overpay,
ripped off.
but yeah.
So fake stats, I call this guy. He lights up the columns and stuff, but never. I don't think he'll ever win anything.
Towns, no.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm at a big disadvantage. One, doing the podcast while I'm drafting, but also everyone knowing my thoughts for the last 15
well,
years.
did
of
they know them
podcasting.
last year? I guess they did, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
you've done the podcast. the
most
last
of the
at least
people
3
in
or
this
4 years.
Most of the people in this league listen to the podcast, so they know who I like and who I don't like.
That's true. Well, maybe you got this next year. You have to you have to be evil Jay, and just say I like, and then guys you hate.
Yeah, maybe I should do that all year. Just
Kinda-
play the long game.
Strategery. How much money do you get for winning the league?
First place it's $25 buy-in. First place you get 200. Second place you get 100. Third place you get 50. I actually
It's
got
worth lying for a full year for $200. Why
Yeah.
not?
I got third place last year.
No, and you did the podcast.
M said Jay wishes he could bid on Matt Barnes, which is true. I was a huge Matt Barnes fan.
Jay wishes he could bid on David Lee.
Yes. And Sean Marion.
Who had the weirdest jump shot of all times.
He did. It worked though.
It did work.
That Phoenix
They
team got screwed by
posed
Donaghy and company.
the body check into the scorers table. I say it every year. It still makes me mad because that was one of my favorite non-Knicks teams of all times.
I got Lowry Markkinen for 33.
You've liked him for a while, haven't you?
I have. I think on Utah he's going to put up crazy numbers. He
He
did
had a good
last
year.
year.
He was an all-star last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Okay,
That
here's
team
one.
was funny. Like we all thought they were going to suck, and they did. But they had that weird. Ooh, Wembayama. They ended up sucking at the end, but they had that weird good start that no
Who?
one expected. Utah.
Oh, yeah.
Like they came out of the gates pretty hot.
They
We're like,
did.
wait a minute.
For
And
a little
then
bit while, too. You're like, are they going to make the playoffs?
yeah, and then they tanked down. They didn't even tank, they just sucked.
Yeah.
I don't think they tanked on purpose. Not them.
Wemby going for 39. Projected
I pay,
25, average 30.
I pay a lot for him. Even though he's a rookie,
He looks good. I mean,
he
he's done some
does.
crazy. He stole the ball. He was at the 3-point line and stole the ball at the free throw line just because his friggin' reach is that long. It's just
And
wild.
he can move, he can dribble. The only
Yeah.
thing is like, is he gonna be like a twig and snap?
Right. You always got to worry about injuries with a guy that tall and skinny.
Are you
but
gonna draft Bol? Can you draft Bol for me?
I don't know how Bol
That
Bol's going
dickhead
to
that I met in the airport once. It's a dick.
He was.
Fuck him. Yeah, he's an asshole. I didn't even say anything to him. He was in front of. He was behind me on the line, on the check-in line
Mhm.
when he was playing for the D League Bulls or G League Bulls, and he was just an asshole.
Wemby going for 48, 49. This is a big war going on. This is
I
Bull.
mean, they're gonna suck, but he's gonna get the ball a lot.
50.
Woo.
People are wild.
Well, think about it. Look, he's in the Doncic type, like the guys that were expensive in the beginning of this draft. He's that style of guy.
I mean, this is way higher than league average. League average is 30.6.
I'd be worried about an injury with him. I really would. And load management with him. I don't think they're going to run him into the ground. I think that'd be pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Preserve him until they're ready to win.
The bidding's up to 55, 56. Oh, my goodness.
They need a David Robinson-led team to tank so they can get a Tim Duncan kind of thing. So they can have 2 stars.
50, 59. This is crazy.
Where do you see the live bid? Top left. I see it.
Yeah. 59 is a lot. 60. Oh, my goodness. You guys are going all in.
So there's a 4 or 5 second lag on Twitch.
Okay. So the 2 teams that are bidding are going to be like broke after this. Whoever wins is going to be broke.
61. Playing prices right now.
Sold for $61. So this
Hold
guy.
on a second. So the only more expensive players are Tatum, Jokic, Shea, Embiid. Halliburton went for a little more. Wemby went, Wemby was 61.
That was
And
amazing.
that's it.
So that guy now.
You're telling me Kevin Durant is not worth as much as he is?
That guy now has 9 spots to fill with $13.
That's gonna be tough.
Dollar special. It looks like that guy is not in the draft right now. So
By the way, they did not update Jimmy Butler's new haircut. I want to make sure everyone knows that.
that guy is not in the draft right now, but it only bids up to the average when you're gone. So that means he set his pre-draft ranking for Wemby like higher
Very
than
high.
61. Yeah.
Oh, so he's in auto draft mode. Interesting.
He's in auto draft, but he must have set his pre-settings for 60 something for Wemby.
What did Butler go for?
36.
Oh, 36.
That's it's about right, I think.
Yeah. This is what Paul George should go for too, although he doesn't play.
Right. So I have Sabonis and Markkanen so far.
I want to draft one of the bathrooms in the Clippers' new building. That's what's so exciting about going to that.
What? I didn't get
You
that
didn't hear
reference.
about, so when they announced their new building, We have the most bathrooms in the NBA.
That was their bragging thing?
That was Steve Ballmer. He was very excited about it.
Okay. Paul George,
Good for him.
$33, 34. He's missing like 20 games this season.
Minimum.
I mean, he's missed 20 games every season.
What a
since
waste the
2019.
Clippers have, right? The Clippers thought they had a great team built and everything. It's never going to work out.
It's an entire team of injury-prone players. I mean, even the
Yeah.
bench has Powell, who misses a bunch of games. Like, it's a gamble, and they're not winning that gamble. Paul went for 34. Van
Houston
Vliet.
Van Vliet, huh? Okay.
Van Vliet. Houston's a weird team. They're like, let's go all in on Dylan Brooks and Fred Van Vliet.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
No.
It's like we got a youth movement, but then let's get this like guy who's over 30 and like this guy who gets ejected from preseason games for punching people in the balls.
How many games did he get for that?
I think he just got ejected for that game.
You didn't get any extra?
No,
Should've.
but like
Can't be punching people in the nards.
no, but if he does that in regular season, he will get more. I mean, it stacks. They keep track of this stuff. If he punches
So
somebody,
here's the deal. I got to do him. If I'm pissed at someone, I got to do it in preseason.
yeah,
Get
yeah.
away with it.
That is
right?
true. That is true. I mean,
If you're gonna knock someone down there, you got to just do it in the preseason.
maybe he just didn't want to play in preseason.
That's a good reason to get out. I'm gonna freaking wallop you in the ball sack, so I
Yeah.
don't have to play.
So Van Fleet went for 33. Now we got KP. Boston. Bold.
Man, if he's healthy, good lord,
I know. Bold moves by Boston, though. They got KP
they had to.
and a 37-year-old Horford and basically no backups for either one. So they're like all or
But
nothing.
there are other big guys that they got rid of were injury prone too.
They were,
So-
but now they got like guys I never even heard of.
Yeah. I trust Stevens though, even though they're always so good.
There's some teams that no matter what they do, it seems to work out for them.
But I'm really pissed that winning time got canceled. Speaking of the Celtics,
What I never even saw
the
that.
HBO show
Yeah, never
about the Lakers and the Celtics. You never watched it?
even.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should watch it. They did
Okay.
2 seasons and then it got canceled, which is a shame. I think the writers' strike might have had
Were they
something to do with it.
going in like chronological order, or they
Yeah,
just
they started with like the series starts out
1989.
like with essentially with the two of them in college.
Mhm.
It's about the Lakers, but you're gonna talk about the Lakers. You got to talk about the Celtics. So
Yeah, it's Bird Magic. Yeah.
yeah,
KP went
a
for
lot of
29.
it's a lot about Magic, Pat Riley, Westfall.
Mhm.
Or sorry, Westhead, Jerry West.
Mhm.
It's a lot about them. Mostly about Magic.
Okay.
It's really good. I think it's good. It's entertaining. John C. Riley's good in it. And it's about God, who's the owner? Oh my God, I'm trying to blank.
Jerry Buss.
Yeah, it's about Jerry Buss and a little bit about Jeannie Buss as a
Um,
teenager.
John C. Riley's always good. He's like the new who was the guy who was in the Big Lebowski, like the redheaded guy.
Oh yeah.
He's like the new him who's like every role. he
Very
plays is
versatile.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
KP went for 29. Siakam went for 30. We got Julius Randle.
Toronto's gonna be bad.
Projected
Gonna be bad.
17, average 15 for Randle.
Well, shooting percentage not great, right?
Turnovers not great. Points and
Defense
rebounds
spotty.
Points and rebounds great.
Yeah. Yes, very good on rebound. He's a really good rebounder for the position.
And the best ability is availability. He almost never gets
He
injured.
doesn't get hurt. That's true. Although he was hurt and playing. That's what cost the Knicks the end of the year last year.
Yes. But I feel like 15 is insultingly low for a guy who does 20 and 10.
That's too low.
That's insane. Average over like every league is 15.
Knicks fans are kind of haters on him, though, right? When you think about it, too.
Some are very but
He could
like
be frustrating. The attitude could be a little annoying.
I had him last year. He was very good for my team.
Yeah.
I'm actually bidding for him right now. I just lost, but he went for 27. I'm not letting him go for 15. That's insane.
So it's a 30% markup versus other leagues.
I mean,
maybe more than that.
15 is crazy for 20
Actually,
and 10.
40%. Yeah.
Maybe I'll
Boston
win.
Drew.
Maybe we'll win turnovers this year, not having Randall.
Now this is an interesting one, right? How he moved from Milwaukee and to Portland and now to Boston. So he's on the other side of the rivalry now.
Yeah. Holiday's a good player. Plays good defense.
Good defense.
He
Yeah.
just went for 26.
He's not gonna get a lot of offense in that team though, I don't think.
His offensive numbers, I think, will definitely go down. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we're doing all Boston players recently in the draft. Now we got Jaylen Brown. So we went from KP to Holiday. To Brown.
He's obviously taking on a bigger role now.
Brown's like the weirdest situation.
He's a hard player to figure out.
Well, like
from a fantasy perspective.
Well, he's an all-star, but they tried to trade him like every season.
Yep. Well, not anymore.
So weird.
They got rid of the other guy instead.
Yeah. So he went for 28. These players are going quick now.
Well, everyone spent a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially that one team who has like $13, like you said.
Yeah. My turn to nominate. I am going to nominate the immortal Zion Williamson.
Z.
Big Z. How is Big Z not his nickname?
How about, no, it should be Little because that's all he plays is Little. Are we glad we didn't draft him? I think we are, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
because remember, that's what we wanted.
Yeah.
We were trying to tank and we couldn't even tank right.
Right. But yeah, that worked out. I
think we got the best guy.
I know.
Draft,
it's like,
right?
I'm not as high on RJ as a lot of people, but looking at Zion
statistically.
Looking at Zion and Ja, it's like, do you want a guy who's overweight or a guy that waves guns around or like
a good dude?
Yeah. A guy who causes no drama and he's all right. Like, yeah, not bad.
Now we're just going with random Jazz players.
Yeah, Zion went for 22. That was he was going an average of 15. Everyone's scared of him.
Everyone's very gun shy on him, right?
Yeah.
What's his average games played a year? Like 20?
Yeah, probably about 30, which is not great.
No, that's not good for fantasy.
Walker Kessler went for 23,
like
which is exactly
4 or 5 weeks of stuff from him, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, he looks super in shape this year, but still, it's hard to say. Cade Cunningham. Detroit is another, like, what the hell is this team
weird.
doing?
He's a good player, though.
Mm-hmm.
But they've got 2 good guys. But, like, that's a good team to send Harden to.
Yeah.
That's another purgatory. Like, I want him to go to some stupid team that no one gives a shit about.
Yes.
This is one of them.
Yeah, that's why, I mean, Dame ended up on a really good team, but I'm glad he didn't go where he wanted. It's like, you got 4 years left on your contract, and you're trying to, like, force a trade. Like, I hate that.
Yeah. Well, it was weird. Like, you never thought he would, right? And then all of a sudden, something snapped at him, and he's like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, no, I'm in Portland for life. I'm always doing Portland.
Yeah. But whatever, you got 4 years left. You can't say trade me and only to this one team. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, the whole Miami thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad he didn't go to Miami. I'm actually more glad he didn't go to Miami because I'm tired of Miami just recruiting people on boats in front of Pat Riley's mansion.
Yeah, I'm glad they lost Vincent and Strus and did not replace them with anybody.
Yeah. But they'll find a way.
Yeah, probably. They'll draft some random guy in like the 50s that'll end up being awesome.
Yep.
Or like a undrafted guy. Bidding war for Cade Cunningham. Projected 24, average 25, $38 here. And we are in the nominating phase with Dejounte Murray. Disappointing so far in Atlanta.
Yeah, it didn't work out as they thought. That's another team I wouldn't mind seeing. Although he might make them better. But that'd be awesome if he went to Atlanta with all the strip clubs. That'd be a good spot.
This 2023 stats and 24 projected seems a little lazy. You're projecting he's going to make the same exact
Same
field goals.
Same field goals.
Come on. That
So,
would be
do you think
wild.
that's some guy, or you think that's AI being lazy?
I think that's AI being lazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how they determine he's going to shoot worse, make the same amount of field goals, but with more attempts. So it's weird.
Yeah, maybe it's. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's the teammates that get input into the algorithm. I don't know.
So he went for 28. Now we got Bam. Bam, I'm going to say goes for over 30.
Yeah, I think he's going to go for a lot in this league because people value. He fills up a lot of columns too.
Also, the team Leon Soprano has nobody, so I feel like they're going to start pulling the trigger soon.
You're trying to get him back.
I mean,
Trying to get some of your other league members back, calling them out for their tendencies too.
yeah. I mean, we're at like the 43rd pick, and I mean,
How many slots do we have again? 10?
13.
13.
But I mean, even I have two players. If I have two players, you should have at least two. I notoriously wait till late in the draft for guys.
And then just fire off.
Yeah, and then I'll the rum will kick in. I'll panic because I have nobody, and then I'll win like 5 out of 7 guys in a row. Happens every year.
Ooh,
Bam
Aaron
went
Fox.
Bam went for 29. Fox, I mean, all-star.
Good team.
Yeah, Kings are a good team. I'm happy for them. They got screwed so bad in
Yep.
2002. Like they should have won the championship. And ever since then, I've always rooted for the Kings. I'm like,
Robert Ory.
well, first of all, that 2002 Kings team was one of my all-time favorite basketball teams. And then to see him get the screw job.
Peja, right? And your Chris Webber.
Peja, Christie, Weber,
Vlade.
Vlade.
Right.
That was an awesome team. Bibby.
Yep. Bibby. Yep. White J. Williams.
Yeah,
Was
White
he on there?
Chocolate. I think that was like the year before Bibby. Yeah, 2001 I think was him. Yeah, no, that was a really, really fun team.
They were a good team.
And then Phoenix turned
Stupid
into
Shaq Lakers.
I mean that series is clearly rigged. I mean Donahue even admitted that series was rigged. Then they turned their attentions to screwing Phoenix over for the next like 5 years.
Well, not that you followed college football, but college football last night proved that the sports books control all the leagues.
Oh yeah.
So Colorado, you know who Deion Sanders is. You heard it. He runs Colorado. Everyone's all pro Colorado. They're up 29-0 at halftime. They'll turn it off. They lose 45-42.
Wow.
95% of the money, I think, was on Colorado. Yep. So I think the refs can be bought.
Yeah.
I think college players can be bought. That's my conspiracy theory.
You
You don't think there's a dirty ref still in the NBA?
Oh,
Dirty
yeah.
ref or 5?
Donahue's like friends. Scott Foster and Ed Malloy are literally friends with Donahue. I don't know how nobody's. And those are the two.
And Scott Foster's always accused.
When they get
of
when
rigging
they get
games.
announced to games, the betting lines change. Like everybody knows. The league just doesn't care. They really don't.
No, they don't care because people will still watch.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, if it's rigged, as long as you're willing to accept that it's rigged, all right, it's
Yeah.
entertainment, right? When you think about it.
I mean, if it's rigged and like my team gets screwed, I'm gonna snap. I mean, when the Knicks have lost, I've been like, oh, that's not great officiating, but like the Knicks literally
I don't know. I don't think I've ever felt the Knicks got the short end of the ref string.
exactly like I
At
felt
least
like
recently.
I felt like against Miami, it was a little bit biased against Miami.
Yeah, I
but
agree with you there.
the entire team went cold for the entire series.
And Jimmy Butler was like Michael Jordan.
Yeah. So De'Aaron Fox went for 34. Miles Turner went for 27. I got Jamal Murray for 27.
You got Jamal Murray?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
League average is 21.6, but I don't feel like that's an overpay for an all-star point guard.
No, he's a good partner with Jokic. He gets a lot of the stuff that Jokic dishes.
So I have $100 and I need 10 players. Not bad shape.
No.
Nick Claxton saying he got snubbed for Defensive Player of the Year. Bam.
At least he
also-
cares about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Bam also said he
Better
got
than
snubbed.
caring about being like, the guy who just scores the most points.
Did you hear Houston was about to offer Harden a max contract, and during the interview, Harden just kept talking about how he wants to win the scoring title, and they're like, yeah, we're out.
He doesn't want to because he knows he can't win, so he might as well just go all in on just being selfish, which is what he is.
He literally doesn't care. Like, yeah, he just wants accolades and
He is team cancer. There are two of them, and they were together at one point.
mm-hmm.
The Mavericks aren't going to make the. There's no way they make the playoffs. I find it hard to believe. Maybe they will, but I don't think so.
Yeah, they're like a play-in area right now.
They made a deal with the devil.
I mean, if I'm Luka, I'm probably asking out after this or just wait for the contract to expire. I know you make more money signing and then asking out, but I think that's like so shit.
I don't know. Cuban used to be smarter. I just feel like I just don't understand. I never understood the move in the first place, and then they double down on it.
When you're making infinite money, like I feel like it's really shitty to sign the contract and then ask for a trade. It's like you realize like the average person will never make like $1 million in their life, and you're making like 25 million in 1 year. It's
just a bunch of assholes.
No sense of reality.
This could get bid up. I could see this.
Claxton
it's already above average.
Banchero, I had him last year, and he was hit or miss, but when he was good, he had really good games. So projected 16 average.
He just needs another person.
Yeah, he's gonna go for 23.
That's another purgatory team, Orlando.
Yes, yeah. There's like 5 purgatory teams and 4 of them in the East.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of strip clubs in Orlando too. Send them there.
Yeah. Yeah, I want Harden to go to a terrible team. The problem is that all the terrible teams know they don't need a Harden on their team.
Yeah, it's not going to make them better.
Do you want Harden like influencing these really young, impressionable guys? Like, that's like the worst thing you could do.
You almost want him to go to a team that you don't want to win, like a good team that he'll ruin.
Yes.
Like, who's a hateable team? Like, Miami would be one. Can't stand them.
Lakers.
But, like, who's a hateable good team?
Lakers.
That's where you want them to go.
Yeah, Lakers.
The Lakers.
Like, trade
But
Austin.
They'll never do it.
They'll never do it, but, like, trade Austin Reeves.
Oh.
That would be awesome.
I'm waiting for him to come up. That's an interesting one.
Yeah. Right now we got bidding war for
Garland.
yeah. 28.
That's a first round out. Again, that's going to be a perennial first round out.
Cleveland is like the greatest on paper team that does nothing in the playoffs.
Yep, they'll do it. They'll have a decent regular season. They'll be in the 48 to 53-ish range,
Mm-hmm.
and then get knocked out.
I feel like I haven't nominated in a long time. I'm gotta be coming up. Scotty Barnes. I had him last year. Biggest disappointment on my whole team.
Well, we know who's not getting drafted then by you.
Yeah, definitely not.
Not going back to the well.
I was so pumped because I got him for cheap last year, and I was like, he's going to have a breakout year. He's going to be so good. He was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Where's James Harden Jr.? I always like to call him Bradley Beal. When's he coming up?
He is. He's got to be coming up soon.
Empty good player.
He's, well, ranking-wise, he's ranked 59th. We'll see when he gets nominated.
Where are we now?
We're in the
40s?
late 40s, yeah.
Yeah.
Scotty Barnes went for 20. OG Anunoby. He is...
Well, if he's sending Harden to Canada, he has to pay a lot more taxes. That'd be pretty...
Toronto is treating Anunoby like he's Luka.
He's good.
He's good. I don't know if he's as good as...
Although, I don't know. You think I feel like Luka has plateaued. I don't know if he's going to be any better than his best year he's already had.
Luka is only going to get better if he can figure out how to improve his three-point shot. Because his three-point shooting is pretty bad.
Yeah.
He does everything else great, but it's a huge weakness in his game.
He also has to figure out how to somehow meld with Kyrie.
Yeah.
Because since that trade, they were awful.
Yeah, that is true. If I was Luke, I'd be pissed, though. Last game of the season, you can make the playoffs, and the coach sits everybody else.
You don't think he knew, though?
I bet
You
he
don't think
knew
he
and
was in
said,
on it?
I think he knew and said, fuck that, because he played. So I think he knew and said, screw that, I'm going to try and make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which,
And oh, by the way, they got proven that if you are the 8th seed, you can go pretty far.
yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, exactly. If I was him, I'd be super pissed. I'd
I
also
don't
be
know if
pissed
you're
at all
going to
the
see that
players.
ever again. I don't know if you'll ever see a tanking
Playoff team?
in or out seed. Yeah.
I mean, I'd also be pissed at my teammates for agreeing to sit out. Because they all, were okay with it.
Yep.
Anunoby went for 26. DeRozan's going to go for 22.
Did Kid get fired? Or is he still the coach?
I think he's still the coach. It's my turn to nominate a player. Who should I nominate?
I'm gonna look that up.
I'm going to nominate my favorite player, who I think everybody should bid up, Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul is going to have an all-star year. He's going to put up insane assist numbers.
Oh, it's still the coach.
This is going to be his healthiest year in a decade. Nobody's falling for this, right? I tried.
That team really could get injured quick.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 3,
4.
Backcourt.
I mean, Draymond Green is like...
Draymond. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got... I feel like he's got so many miles on him.
He does.
And he's also got a TV contract that he could fall back on, too.
So my plan is worked out. There's actually a bidding war for Chris Paul. I can't
I'll
believe
bid
it.
on him as a bowler. He's a decent bowler.
Projected 17, average 11. I think 11's actually low for
him. Yeah, he's still decent.
but
He's still going to get you points and assists.
yeah, I mean last year he was what, top 5 in assists?
Yeah. And the team is just as good as the team he was on last year, when it comes to offense.
I bet passing the Curry will be fun. So he went for 20.
Yeah. And, my God.
Clay.
The 2 of them.
Clay.
The 2 Splash Brothers. Yeah.
Yep. So the highest ranked player according to Yahoo left is Evan Mobley at 40, who everybody seems to be avoiding bidding for.
Chet Holmgren, an interesting one. Missed a lot last year, right?
100% of the games last year.
Yeah, so...
But he looked great in preseason.
Yep. A lot of preseason hype. He was the preseason hype guy last year.
Yeah.
Now he's kind of under the radar because of Wembayama.
Him and Wemby played basically just the first half when they played each other in preseason.
Right, they played against each other.
And they both got like 20 points in the first half.
Yeah, I think this... I'd bid on this guy.
Projected 24, average 23. He's going for 25 right now. Is he going to sell for 25? I mean, he's another one. If he's healthy, I think he's going to put up good numbers, but I'd be worried. No, you know what? I would bid him up to 50. I think I think you guys should really bid him up.
When we're sitting at 27 on Twitch and you're going gunning for 50, it's a little ambitious.
I'm looking at the money situation right now. I have the second most money still.
You never want to leave money on the table.
I had like $22 left last season. It was
I know,
really
that was
bad.
too much. We were making fun of you.
Yeah,
right?
that was really bad. That was like the second or third year in a row I had like between 18 and...
You got to maximize your funds.
I do. Well, I keep thinking like, oh, I'm going to just go on a run, but then like I'm the only one with money, so like I'm getting guys that I was expecting to pay 20 for like 10 or 8. There was guys I thought I was going to have to bid up to.
Man, Robin Lopez.
Robin Lopez. I think it's cool that the Lopez brothers are both on Milwaukee.
I like when they're together.
Yeah, I mean, Robin's fun. I love his feud with the mascots.
The mascots, it's the best.
So Chat went for 29. Robin Lopez went for 3, which...
That's low.
For Robin Lopez?
Oh, I'm thinking Brooke.
Yeah, yeah.
I get them confused. The haircut again.
I feel like that might be a wasted roster
Yeah,
spot.
is he gonna even play?
Yeah. I feel like that was a mistake.
Well, don't they have two Antetokounmpos on the team too? Or did they finally
Yeah.
cut all of
I
them?
think they had 3 and
They
now
had 3 of
and
them.
now
I
they're
know
down to
that.
2,
I
yeah.
think one of them's down.
Or maybe they're down to 1. I don't know.
They
And
should
one,
go get both Toppins and both. Who's the guy that Knicks had? They had one of the brothers for a hot minute. Oh,
Tenacious?
no, not a Antetokounmpo. Well, the other kind of brothers. One was on the Clippers for a while.
Oh, Morris.
Yep, the Morris brothers.
Whoa, Evan Mobley went for 22. I didn't even see him get nominated. That was quick.
You want him?
Vucevic. No, I didn't really want Mobley.
No.
Vucevic. That's another like purgatory team.
The Bulls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
Oh,
like
wait,
if
did,
Wall never got hurt, that would have been like a different
Did
story.
Derrick Rose sign with someone?
He's on Memphis.
Okay, he went back there. He was back there. Well, he was there before, right? Is he?
Maybe briefly. He
I don't
made
know.
it very clear he's not there to babysit Ja.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Is that why they signed him?
Well, they signed him because they have no point guard because they got rid of Tyus Jones, so they have no point guard
Right.
for like 25 games.
I don't
So
know. He's probably washed up at this point.
yeah, I don't know if Rose is prepared to play like 30 minutes a game. Vucevic went for 20. I had him like 6 years in a row in fantasy. I'm always a fan. I just feel like this is
enough.
the year where he drops off. Just a hunch. I do like him though. I bid up to 18. I just wasn't.
Well, speaking
going
of
up to
Bulls,
20.
when's Levine going to get nominated?
According to Yahoo, he's ranked 49th, and he just got nominated. There you go.
Well, that's because they're talking about the Bulls. Good idea. Let's get Levine up there. I like him actually.
He's
Another injury waiting to happen though.
Yeah, he does get injured a lot. A lot of these players are gambles. If they don't get injured, you do really good in fantasy. Field goal percentage pretty good. Free throw percentage pretty good. Like he's a good player.
He's become a better player there than he was in Minnesota.
Yeah, definitely. I remember in Minnesota, he was hyped, but he never
He was
really
still dunking.
Yeah, exactly. Although he got screwed in the dunk contest. The dunk contest has been a sham for like 6 straight years. Like
It's a mockery.
the best dunk never wins. First of all, Wade literally rigged it one year. He voted for
Right.
like the scrub on the Bulls who didn't even do a good dunk just because he was on the Bulls. I'm like, this is such bullshit.
Ooh, Aiton.
Levine went for 20.
I think he gets a rebirth this year. I do.
He seemed
needed to get off Phoenix.
He seemed to not like Phoenix at all.
Yeah. He looked miserable.
Yeah.
I think you get a rebirth from him.
Yeah, Portland, I think, is a scrappy team.
He's soft, but I think you get a rebirth.
Yeah. I mean, I think Portland's decent. I would not be.
I don't trust the coaching.
No, but I would not be miserable if I was Portland. I'd be
He's going to get playing time. He's not going to get. I don't see. It's Billups, right? I don't see him benching him. They need him. They're a team that needs him. Where Phoenix was willing to.
Well, they got rid of
sit
Nurkic.
him and go small.
Yeah, they got rid of Nurkic, which he's a good fit in Phoenix, but that's another like. Aiton's a lot more healthy than Nurkic.
Yes, and Nurkic. The problem with him, he's not going to be as productive, I don't think, as a Sun as he might have been as a Blazer.
Oh yeah, I mean he's not going to touch the ball at all.
That's what I mean. So his fantasy value probably goes down.
Aiton went for 22.
Although again, Phoenix is going to score 140 points.
Yeah. They're just going the all offense, no defense approach.
Yeah, which always works.
Yes, never fails. Aiton went for 22, which I think is fair.
I mean, I guess, Golden State plays some semblance of defense, but they were offense first, and they won a couple titles. But it's usually not, your Like weren't the Houston Rockets at one point like that, where they're just going for all offense, nothing more?
Yeah, yeah.
That didn't work for them.
So we're at the annoying part of this league where we have a very smart league, and players like Jalen Williams are going for double the league average, which he was on my list. He went for 22, the 21. The average is 12. Because people in this league.
So what's the difference between projected and average?
So Yahoo,
we know what average is, but what's projected?
Yahoo
Like,
guesses
they thought
what
before.
Yeah, Yahoo guesses what they think these players are going to go for
Before anything happened,
based on their projected stats. So based on the projected stats, they think Brandon Ingram is going to be go for $21. In reality, he went for 17.8. So that
Now, are we considered to be an early draft, the middle of the road, or a late?
I think middle to late.
Preseason.
I think drafting's been going on for like weeks already. So I think this is kind of late. I like doing it late because trades happen.
Rosters get set.
Yeah, like you're doing a draft. Ayton was on Phoenix like 2 weeks ago. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, you're not going to see too much. I mean, now it's just trimming down the rosters at this point.
Yeah. I mean, and who's going to get cut.
Yeah. The only thing now is will there be any preseason injuries?
Right. But yeah, basically, like I like doing the draft when you know who's going to be on what roster.
Yes.
So I just got Ingram for 24. I'm fine with that.
It's another weird team.
Yeah, it is a weird team. But if Zion gets injured,
playoff ready though.
If Zion gets injured, Ingram's going to put up crazy numbers.
Yep. Oh, patient zero.
Rudy Gobert. Minnesota. I'm glad the Knicks are not Minnesota.
Yeah, they're kind of trapped, right?
Yeah.
They backed themselves into a corner. Well, their owner is such a great person and smart guy, and just all likable.
Such a weird all-in move. Like,
no.
Let's trade.
You know what's also weird and all-in move? Taking steroids, denying it, and then getting banned from baseball for a while. That's their owner.
Oh, right. The ex-Yankee, right? A-Rod?
A-Rod.
Yeah. Rudy Gobert went for 15. We got Jared Allen. So ESPN's player rankings had Jared Allen at 50 and Mitch at 100. Do you think Jared Allen?
Big gap.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like Jared Allen's clearly better on offense, but
he's a better player, but not by 50.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think maybe they overrated Jared Allen a little bit.
I think so. I
mean, I could see Mitch being 100, sure. I mean, I have to see what's ahead of him, but it feels right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jared Allen went for 13. So we have two guys that are basically bidding $1. So as more and more people run out of money, this draft will go quicker and quicker.
Faster.
Yeah.
Okay, here's Brook Lopez.
Brook Lopez projected 18, average 12.
I would have thought he would have fallen off sooner, and he's still pretty productive.
I thought he would have fallen off about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
He's really
once he left the Nets, I would have thought it was over.
I think everybody thought the Lakers thought it was over. They cut him, and then he was awesome for Milwaukee for like.
He's a great fit over there.
So he went for 9. So what do I need? Fill 9 spots, and I have $76. So I'm in good shape. Josh Giddey. Giddey's his 3-point percentage sucks, but he's improved every year.
Yep.
Projected 16, average 15.7.
Well, they had that pretty much on the nose.
He's up to 19. Yeah, they did. They projected good on that one.
19.
I bid up to 18, but I didn't want to go 20 for Giddey.
You weren't giddy.
I'm not giddy about Giddey. feel
Who's
like
next?
the league is deep. I mean, there's still really good players left. I remember
Can't
there
wait
was
till
years
they go for more expansion.
after the. I don't want them to go for more expansion.
Although Seattle should get.
Yeah, but if nobody's going to like Atlanta games, just move Atlanta to Seattle or something. Like,
Well, you do realize that so I know this is not about hockey, but they've tried teams in hockey in Atlanta twice, and they both failed.
mm-hmm.
So where does the NHL want to expand next?
Atlanta.
It's like the worst sports market ever.
Yeah.
Although I think in the burbs it does better now. They've proven that, but
Mm-hmm.
with the Braves. Tyler Hero, who they tried to trade and trade and trade and trade and trade.
I like
I wonder how
did
he feels about that.
I'm glad Portland didn't trade for me because I didn't want to go to Portland. I'm like, you're just saying that because they didn't want you.
Yep.
So he went for
It wasn't good enough.
14 and was that
Yeah, I mean, will he be okay coming off that injury? That's the question.
So my turn to nominate. I'm going to nominate the new center for the Portland Trailblazers, Robert Williams III. Always healthy.
Ugh.
I think he's going to put up huge numbers. I think
He
he's going
does
to break out
occasionally.
here. Breakout year. Please bid him up.
You think they would Photoshop him into a different jersey?
Right.
You know, you can't just turn that green to red or black, whatever.
Or just taking a new
Or white.
photo. I mean, Jimmy Butler's like emo photo is up. Robert Williams went for 7. Who got Robert Williams?
Oh, here he is.
Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal.
I mean, he gets you good offensive stuff, but
he's going to score at least 25 points a game.
guaranteed.
Now, is he going to do?
Takes a shit ton of shots.
Is he going to do anything else?
Oh, although his team will somehow beat the Knicks when they shouldn't when we go.
Imagine scoring almost 30 points per game and then going for $13 in the draft.
It tells you all you need to know about what people think of him.
Yeah, yeah,
And the average is 13.
yeah, yeah. We went right
kind
on
of played
average.
right where everyone else thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one of those players. It's just all stats, all money, no wins.
Yeah, yeah. Iggy. I feel like whoever
I
nominated.
feel like he might be a PS2 player too.
Yeah, I feel like whoever nominated Iggy is stuck with him for $1. I don't know why. I don't know why you would nominate
all
him.
good that he's back at Golden State, but
Well,
good Lord, he's been in the league for a long time.
well, have fun with that.
$1. That's what he went for.
Okay. That was one of the more odd.
I don't know. I don't get it.
I love the projected numbers. He's going to make 20 field goals all season. He's going to make 7 free throws. And these are improvements from the prior year.
Well,
He made 7 field goals last year.
I mean, he basically played his whole year stats was like a game.
Yeah, I feel like that was well, it was definitely a wasted pick.
Now we're gonna go for one of the guys he replaced on the roster spots.
Yes. So Jordan Poole.
He's an odd player too.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And sometimes he has these amazing games, and then sometimes he just shits the bed.
Washington has such a weird team.
It's very bizarre. They were weird last year though too, when you think about it. They had like a mishmash of players that seemed to be decent, but it didn't amount to anything. I feel like that's that team.
Yeah.
Decent enough,
Yeah.
never amounts to be anything.
Well, I bid on Poole up to 18, but I wasn't going higher than that. I am not destroying my field goal percentage for more than $18.
Derek White.
Derek White. See, they got his new haircut in the photo.
Or lack thereof. He's going to get more playing time for sure.
Yeah.
More prominent role.
So they, Boston still, I forget, did they trade Brogdon too? Yeah, they
I
did.
think so. Yeah, he was in the other trade, right? The second trade.
Right. So they have White and they have, Yeah, he's going to get playing time, but I don't know how much over.
Brogdon was all like he wanted out of there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to the Trailblazers.
So White went for 13.
He was in the Drew Holiday trade.
Clay. How about Clay going like 70th?
Only averaging 7. I mean, I know he's old. He's got a lot of injury history. I think he's pretty valuable still. Plays decent defense. He's going to get you some offense. He's not going to get you your 30-point quarters anymore, but
They're projecting him to shoot 42% this season. That's abysmal.
he had some pretty bad shooting games last year.
No, I just got him for $7. I think that's fine.
I think that's a good deal.
Yeah. So I need 8 guys, and I have $69. I'm in good shape. How many players are? Yeah, I still have the most money in the league. A lot of guys are out of money.
So if you're out of money, what do you like? If you have to have at least $1 per remaining
Yes.
spot, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it'll automatically
Block you from spending.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey. I mean,
Well,
Maxey's the whole
I
season
would bid
depends
him
on
up.
if they
He's
have.
going to be good. And if Harden gets traded,
That's the thing. Yeah, if Harden gets traded,
or if he gets traded, which I don't think they'll trade him.
no, I they're definitely gonna trade Harden before Maxey, and they'll probably
He's
try
a
to.
very underrated player, in my opinion.
He is who
You
Knicks
don't
fans.
hear much about him.
He's who Knicks fans think IQ is.
Yes.
But
It's
he's
true.
But he's not. IQ is
He's
not.
actually good.
Yeah. IQ's all right, but he's no Maxey.
Yeah, no, but he's very inconsistent.
Fuck it. I have a lot of money. I'm going up to $20. Let's see.
No.
You
get outbid.
Do I go 21? I'm going 21. Screw it.
Ooh.
Screw it. The only other guy with
22,
money.
22.
The only other guy with money is in a bidding war with me.
23.
You know what? You have him because now you are in a money situation.
Blam.
Green. I'm not touching that.
What, Draymond Green?
Yeah.
Unless you need a lot of defense.
Triple single. He used to be such a fantasy steal too.
Very good value in fantasy, but now he's just too old.
Yeah, I just don't trust him to
Stay in the court.
stay on the court. Yeah, he went for 7. It's like double average almost.
Double the average, yeah. I wonder if these guys are insulted by like some of this stuff. They're like $7.
I bet. I would be.
You think they watch? They totally watch, right? They have to watch this shit.
Yeah,
How much am I going for in fantasy?
it's got to be so
Motivator.
distracting. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these guys look at their like Madden or NBA 2K ratings and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've seen a few like comment on that. Sengun. Houston is just this weird ass team.
Yep. Well, they were bad for so long.
I mean, they were only bad for a couple of years. It's just they got so bad.
Oh, yeah, real bad.
They went from like
That's the Houston way.
championship
All their other
contenders
teams
to
do it
like
too.
the worst. Well, I'm taking Sengun because I have no centers. 17, I'm happy with.
Yeah, the colors are centered, right? Yeah, orange is centers.
Yeah, I needed a center bad. I think Sengun's can have a really good year. Oh yeah, they do colors by position. That makes it easier to see. Except they made the shooting guard and the center position like almost the same color.
Same color, yeah. You'd think they like look at the color wheel, right?
There's a lot of colors. I don't think you need to do like dark
Orange
and light red.
like orangey red.
Seems a little bad.
Yeah, couldn't we go in like gray? I don't know.
Yeah, literally anything. There's no yellow.
Although, don't tell me like this is good colors for colorblind people.
There's no
Yeah,
blue.
No. Cyan.
They use two colors that are like exactly the same.
Yeah. Where's cyan?
So Healed went for 9. He's another like going to get you a crazy amount of threes, but his shooting
of
percentage
shots.
is so bad.
Well, Buddy Hield's a poor man, Trae Young, right? At the end of the day.
Yes, he's like Trae Young with less assists.
Now we're just going to go to anonymous San Antonio Spurs.
I'm taking Vassell. I had him last year, and he was very good, and I think he's going to be better this year. So 15.
The Spurs should theoretically be better, even though it's a tough conference.
Yeah.
I mean, me saying that they were the maybe worst team in the league, one of the worst teams in the league. So
Tyus Jones.
Another Washington rando.
Yeah. They should just be the Washington Randos.
They should.
Tyus Jones. He was good as a starter in Memphis. I'm actually bidding on him right now.
So while you do that, is it worth your job as a CEO of the Sabres and Bills to date a woman that reports to you while you're married and then lose your job and she loses her job? Is it worth it?
Oh my God. I can't believe people do stuff like this.
It happened.
Save that for Brink, our comedy podcast, The Brink of Sanity.
I was sports related. That's why I was trying to bring it up.
Gotcha.
So why can't Jim Dolan do that? No,
I know, right?
To bring it back to basket.
But yeah, check out, we're doing The Brink of Sanity on Tuesday. So check that out, youtube.com/@Brink of Sanity.
Detroit people now. We're at the point of the draft where it's like, you better be a real big NBA fan or have done your research.
Yeah.
Otherwise, good luck.
Jalen Duran.
Just me saying, I don't even know half these players at this point.
Didn't the Knicks have Jalen Duran for about 6 minutes on draft night?
They might have had Duran.
They had
everything. Oh, you think they had him and drafted and traded him like quickly?
Yeah, remember when they drafted and traded and then traded the draft pick and like did all that crazy stuff?
You might be right.
I think they had Durant for a minute.
I hate that crap because it's like, I feel bad for the players, right? Because they get the hat and the jersey or whatever, and then like,
right?
Like, what do you do with that? Oh, McCollum.
So Durant went for 7. McCollum.
Do you need a shooting guard?
Do I need a shooting guard?
Or a point guard. He can play. He can fill either column, right?
I have Clay and I have Ingram.
Those are the best. Those are valuable players that have multiple spots.
Yeah. McCollum went for 6. It's my turn to nominate a player. Who's going to have a monster year and never gets injured? Marcus Smart. I think everybody should really take a hard look.
He's going to be hungry.
Nobody's going to.
What?
No, I thought nobody was going to bid on him. I was like, I was
going to say Marcus Smart. You got to bid on him a little bit.
I don't want him, and he was. I almost
because you don't like his shooting.
He's going to go for $2. Okay, now we're getting some bidding going on. $6.
You know the Celtics front office is loving this, right? They're like, "Holy crap! Can't believe it."
I feel like the league let it go to 1 second before starting to bid just to
spite him.
Just to mess with me. So he went for 7. Projected 13, average 6.
Yeah, so right in the window.
I forgot. So Rose isn't gonna have to play that much. I forgot they had Smart.
Yeah, so they traded for it. It was the big deal.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
They were the third party.
So what do I need? I have 1 power forward, 3 shooting guards.
My second favorite Anthony. Actually, third. I like the character in Scary Movie.
Mm-hmm. I need a center, a power forward. Anthony Simons.
It's been decent.
Yeah.
He should be better now that they have Scoot. There's going to be less Lillard, focus.
Yeah. Bidding war going on for him. A lot of people are waiting for him. Well,
are you part of the bidding?
I am, but he went for 16. I didn't take it. I feel like there's still a lot of players out there, and I can't wait for like the dollar bin. What's my situation? I need 6 players, and I have $37.
$6 a player on average.
Yeah, yeah. So I can't go too heavy.
Al Horford, previously mentioned.
Yes. So 37, the only basically center on the team. So
Hold on, the projected is 0. Ouch.
an average is 1.3. I mean, he's literally the starting center on a playoff
I mean,
team
he's got to be worth a little more than that, right?
with no backup. I mean, I'm not betting on him, but
No, but I'm just saying, like, he's got some value.
yeah. He's the starting center on a playoff team with no backup. He's going to play a ton of minutes. I think $3 is a very good deal for him.
Yeah, I mean, is he going to score a lot? No. He'll get some rebounds though.
He's going to put up enough numbers, definitely.
Yeah, he'll get some of the dirty stuff underneath.
Yeah. So who's going to go up next? So the highest player left ranked is Cam Johnson on Brooklyn. He's 65th ranked. So since it's auction style, you can nominate whoever you want. So after Cam, it's like the 71st pick on average. So Cam projected 17, average
Yeah,
9.9.
he should go for a lot. At this point, a lot for this part of it.
Yeah.
He was very, very valuable to them.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have.
More
a good year.
important than we thought.
Yeah.
I think the Suns undervalued him.
Good Bridges as well. And he's going for 15. That's fair.
Right in the wheelhouse there.
Yeah. It looks like I lost the connection to the draft. That's not great.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You're still on the Zoom.
Okay.
Are you taking up too much bandwidth?
I don't see how. Okay. Looks like we're back.
Hopefully it wasn't near your turn.
No. So Jeremy Grant, who's also probably going to have a good season.
By the way, I don't think I'm seeing the chat in the draft, or does it feel like it looks like sometimes someone's saying it's typing, and I'm not seeing the live typing. In fact, the last thing I see is Domantas Sabonis being drafted. So,
that's weird.
Yeah, it hasn't been scrolling. So there's been some comments probably on things we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're not interacting.
Okay.
Holy moly.
Jeremy Grant went for 10. I feel like that's good. I feel like I should have got in on that, but I was trying to fix the chat.
Oh, my bad.
Ja. I mean, this is a hard one.
You got him cheap.
You got to wait 25 games. But then you're going to...
If you're willing to stash on the bench, right? And
yeah.
Eat up a roster spot.
Yep. I wonder if he's going to count as injured reserved or just an out.
Well, they have O. He's in a status O. So
right. Yeah, I think he's going to be out. I did add an IR plus spot this year, which you can put out.
Oh, you could stash him in that then, right?
Yeah. 14.
So when you're disinterested, we should see if there's any interesting comments in the chat.
Yeah.
When you're disinterested, don't get distracted again.
Yeah. Somebody nominate Fournier's gangrene.
Oh.
Yeah, there's Clint Capella. Projected 16, average 8. He's going to put up some numbers. I mean, he's going to get you some blocks, but they have Okongwu behind him.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to
give
Capella
a platoon thing,
yeah,
right?
I don't think they're going to give Capella a ton of minutes just because they want. I think Okongwu's in their future plans, not Capella.
So I did not know Fournier had the swelling of the genitals. That's fun.
Oh, that's what his last name means. Yeah, don't Google Fournier. Just his last name.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Is that a brink of sanity conversation?
could be.
They
Trey
still
Jones.
have him. I thought he would have been like wanting to get out of here.
He does want to get out. He doesn't want to play 0 minutes. I mean, he's still.
I can't say I blame him.
I don't either. He's still technically in his prime. I feel like
Kind of being wasted.
I think the Knicks are holding on to him because they're
Insurance.
well. He's got an $18 million contract. So if you make a big trade, the Knicks don't have those $50 and $60 million contracts on the roster. So you need his contract to make a
as
big
a trade chip.
But they're not making that big trade, so they're basically just screwing Fournier out of his prime. And I get it's a business decision, but
wouldn't it be cool, like, to be an accountant and then like not have to do accounting for a year?
oh, I would love that. Yeah,
That's what I'm just saying.
yeah. Capella went for 6. Trey Jones went for 8. Franz Wagner, he can play shooting guard, small forward, and power
The
forward.
money's going up.
Yeah, projected 13, average 12.8. He's going to go for $11. 12? 13. Okay. Late in the draft.
Oh, does the tournament count in this?
The play-in tournament?
No. The mid-season.
The mid-season? I guess, if it counts as regular season games. I really don't know. That's going to last 1 year. Nobody likes it. It's stupid.
I think it depends on the ratings.
I hope nobody watches it.
Because all it is a money grab for TV ratings.
I hope nobody watches it. I hate the whole idea. I think it's the worst thing they've done since moving up the 3-point line.
Well, they think they're like, European soccer, right? That's
Yeah.
what this is.
Yeah, it's terrible.
This is more for the world fan, the international fan. It's also to negotiate a new TV deal that they're negotiating.
Franz Wagner went for 17. RJ Barrett projected 1, average 1.6.
Okay, he's going to at least go for 10, maybe 20 in this league. Let's see.
I mean,
people have money.
He scores like 19 points a game. I feel like,
and he's improved every year.
I feel like no, he hasn't.
So you don't think he's going to improve this year?
His stats have flatlined for 3 straight years. I mean, look at the projected stats. They're like,
yeah, they're pretty well. Wait, you were making fun of that before, though. Come on.
he went for $4, which is, I think, good for a guy who's going to average 19 points a game. Well, his field goal percentage sucks. This is a smart league, and they look at stuff like that. In other leagues, they look at points, and then they're like, "Oh
no,
yeah."
Field goal percent. Well, because it depends on how you set it, but you weight them equally, right?
Yeah. You got to. So each stat is 11% of your fantasy.
Well, I mean, do you want to spread the wealth, or do you want to or do you have a strategy of going after certain stats?
On the other hand, well, that's usually what I do. I usually punt, turnovers, and field goal percentage, and then I go for other stuff.
The other
points, threes, rebounds, stuff like that. Rozier went for 8, who shoots even worse than Barrett. I can't believe Barrett in a Knicks league went for 4.
I'm surprised. I thought in this league he'd go for more.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go for like 15.
I bet you he did last year.
Yeah, I think he did. Jaden McDaniels. I got screwed by so many Timberwolves last year. Every Timberwolf I drafted sucked.
You know who also got screwed by the Timberwolves? The Timberwolves.
Timberwolves fans, Timberwolves owners.
Yeah.
McDaniels went for 5.
The general.
Michael Porter Jr.
He's pretty valuable over there too. That's a good team still.
Yeah. They lost Bones and one of their other bench players.
You know what it is though? Like all these other teams have made all these different moves, right? And they're just sitting there with the title and the best player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
By far.
Yep. Which ESPN didn't agree that he was the best player in the league, which is insane.
Who would they put, Giannis first?
Yeah.
Fine.
But like, what does Jokic have to do to?
No, I mean Jokic is better than him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He is.
He just is.
Porter Jr. went
It's
for
not
7.
like by an egregious amount, but he's a better player
Yeah,
at this point.
absolutely.
Because all you have to know is one guy won them the title, basically on his back, and the other one shit the bed, and they lost in the first round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That tells me all I need to know.
exactly. Jalen Green went for 6. Another
Another
punting.
wacky rocket.
Yeah, another on punting field goal percentage this season. My turn to nominate a player. I mean, if
Emmanuel Quigley, do it.
I would,
Josh Hart, come on.
I would love to nominate Miles Bridges, but I know I'm going to get stuck with him.
You don't do it because this.
I'm going to nominate Jonas.
All right. Well, he becomes more important as Zion gets hurt.
Jonas was a guy who I thought was on the verge of being out because of injuries and then just completely turned his career around.
Yep.
I'm not saying that because I nominated him and I want other teams to spend money. Like, I really think he had an impressive, like, kind of like when Bogut came back and had like a few good years on Golden State.
On the Warriors?
Yeah. Jonas went for 5.
Or even Darko. Remember, like, he was supposed to be this big, right? It was him or LeBron.
Yeah.
And he sucked. And then, like, I think he did add value at the end, but not like the value he should have been.
I mean, Jonas had like an actual good year. Darko had like a.
No, I hear you. But
he's still in the league. I guess
your Bogut comparison is the right comparison.
Another
random Toronto Raptor.
Toronto and Washington have the two most random teams.
Well, and by the way, their GM's in trouble. Didn't he do something naughty, Toronto?
I think so.
He did. Is he accused of some lady things?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time keeping track of all this. Like, seems like every team has like some sort of drama going on now. Well, I'm taking Pirtle for 7 because he was awesome last year for me.
And that was the guy the Knicks wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on with that thing? The whole lawsuit, right? The Raptors stole the Knicks' intelligence.
Oh, right. Yeah, didn't they lose like a 2nd round draft pick?
Oh, did they take it away from them?
I think so.
All teams you're going to steal from? I don't know.
I know, right? Yeah, why would you want the Knicks intel? Chris Middleton, I think this is his last good year.
Yep. I think he will let everything out of the tank this year because their window is closing.
Yeah.
But I think he will have a resurgence.
Yeah. No, I mean, the projected has him like doubling his numbers. Yeah, he went for 6. That's not bad. Tobias Harris, he's another. The team tries to trade him every single year, even though like he's not a bad player.
Right. Because he has value, but not enough value to get what they want.
Yeah.
But
the thing is, his contract is really high.
Who's more stuck, the Sixers or the Clippers? They're kind of both fucked in their own way.
I think the Sixers because nobody wants Harden.
Yeah.
I think I think you would be people would still be more likely to trade for George or Kawhi. That's my
George.
theory.
I think he's too damaged.
I think you could talk yourself into come playoffs if he's healthy, we have a good chance, as opposed to Harden who in the playoffs he chokes every year. Because George, like, his game goes up a notch in the playoffs if he's healthy.
You mean playoff P?
Yeah. It was funny the year that they made the playoff P
nickname ever.
I know. It was also funny the year they made that nickname was the year he actually did bad in the playoffs.
Yep. And he hasn't done well since.
Yeah. Fultz went for 5. I was thinking about Fultz.
But that's another resurgence project, right? He was
Yeah,
almost out of the league.
Yeah, he was showing flashes.
Ready? I'm going to make this prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Simmons will have some value this year.
I think he will. Not like crazy value, but I think he'll be all right. Well, I needed a point guard, so I took
He
D'Angelo Russell.
seems to be semi-motivated,
Yeah,
which I never thought I'd say.
I think D'Angelo Russell for 6 is decent.
I think that's good. Especially that team's going to be awesome. And I hate it.
I know. I can't believe they were able to reload.
Oh, there's your guy.
Another
Coos.
Washington
The
random.
Coos.
Washington just has such a random team.
He's been good for them, though.
Yeah, it's just funny. They went all in on like the 10th seed.
And they still didn't get there. Their best shot was when they had Westbrook.
Yeah. Kuzma went for 8.
When's he going to get nominated? Let's nominate him
Who?
for $1. Westbrook?
Yeah, Westbrook. What is he ranked? He hasn't come up yet, and we're up to the 88th pick.
I still think he does something. He's had the weirdest career, I will say. How about a Canadian? Let's go pick a Canadian right now.
I'm trying to. He's ranked 113th.
See, Westbrook needs a 30 for 30 on him because, like, he is this triple-double season, right? And it's part of that team in Oklahoma City with Harden and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes to the Lakers, forgets how to play basketball,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Then comes to Washington, almost resurrects that franchise
Mm-hmm. And they get
Such
traded
a-
immediately.
to the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
Such a wacky career.
Yeah. Here we go. And Nick, Josh Hart. Wiggins went for 5.
That's because I mentioned him earlier. Let's do it.
Last year, like 9.
I think he's my favorite Nick. I'm
Yeah.
going to say it.
He's fun. I love how he just like eats during the conferences. Like,
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit, and he likes to make fun of all the guys.
Yeah.
especially Brunson.
yeah, he's fun.
Fuck it.
He went for 2. Last year we had 9 guys get nominated. I think this year we only had like 5.
Where's DiVincenzo? Did he get nominated yet?
No, I don't think he's going to.
No. Come on.
No. I
Our
think-
newest Nick.
I mean, Grimes is starting, and I don't think anybody's nominated him.
How about Mark Jackson? He's the announcer now.
God. Such a
Which
bad-
actually is not a bad replacement for Clyde, but
it's terrible.
you don't like Mark Jackson?
Oh, he's terrible.
I liked him with Van Gundy. I don't know about Solo.
He just talks in the monotone and has nothing interesting to say.
Could be worse. Could be Wally Zerbiak, who's very monotone and has nothing to say too.
The only player I
Although he's probably a good guy, but whatever.
The only announcer I've ever muted was Bill Walton. He was,
Come on, man. Throw it down one time.
Is there anybody in the world who could do what he did? And he'd be talking about like Jaden Ivey or like
Yeah, like he goes off on like these scrubby players.
yeah, it was like
He-
always like superlatives. And
He does college still, he knows he's a farce, and he he leans into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to mute him after a while. It was just like the superlatives.
One
for everything.
time, come on, Snapper Jones, throw it down. Yeah, he's pretty bad.
So I have $24 left, which is about what I had last year when the draft was over. So
Now, how many spots you got left?
well, I just took.
It's hard to see.
I
You
just
have
took Mark Williams for 8.
I think you need to scroll down a little bit into the boxes because we can't see. There you go.
So I just took Mark Williams for 8 because he is Charlotte's basically only center, and I was very light on centers.
There he is.
Russell Westbrook. Projected.
I feel more prepared this year than I did last year. I was talking about people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Maybe I'm just keeping my ears open.
So I have 3 spots left, and I have $16. I'm in good shape.
Hey, you're still hovering around that $5-6 mark per person.
Yeah. Basically, I can get who I want because everybody else is. Actually, I don't have the most money in the league now.
No, you got
like 4
2
guys
ahead of you.
No, it's 3 or 4,
You have a 17, a 19, and a 17. You're right. Yeah.
and a 22.
Oh, right. Not bad. You're the orange guy.
Westbrook went for 4. Gafford went for 4. Gafford was my backup plan if I didn't get Mark Williams. Bojan Bogdanovic. He went from
H team. Let's just do that.
he was on Utah when they were bad, and as soon as Utah got like semi decent, he went to Detroit, who's worse. It's like poor guy. He went for no, he's gonna go for $2. Unless there's gonna be a late second bidding war. Nope, $2. It's my turn to nominate a player. Oof. Well, I'm not going to nominate Miles Bridges. I'm going to nominate John Collins.
Whoever's last should do.
Trying to look at my roster. What do I need? I have a pretty well-rounded team. I could use.
You have every spot filled, right?
I have every spot filled. I'm light on small forwards. I should probably draft a small forward and a power forward, at least with 2 out of my last 3 spots. Collins went for 5. Basically, any decent player is probably going to go for around 5 now because most people are out of monies. So Miles Bridges was ranked at 93. I'm interested to see if anybody takes him. Next highest ranked is 98, Austin Reeves. Nurkic is at 99.
Didn't we out the Miles Bridges news if anyone didn't hear it, in a sense?
Well, he was at practice, so he's playing. You think Austin Reeves is going to put up big numbers?
The Lakers do.
Yeah. I'm going to bid $5 on him. Why not?
Here's my thought on Austin Reeves. Yes, is he good? And is he better than what we ever thought he was? I think I'm going to say it. The white guy is going to get overhyped because he's white, and I don't think he's going to be as good as he was last year.
Well, he just went for 6. I wasn't willing to go for 7. So there's one player left in the top 100. Well, 2. Bridges and Nurkic, according to Yahoo. And then we're in the hundreds.
Who's the worst?
The worst ranked is... Well, they go all the way up to 619. It's guys we never heard of. Chance, Comanche, Scottie Pippen Jr. is ranked 615. Like guys, they really like... I don't know what they're doing there.
Whoever Paul should have asked for applause if he had to go pee-pee. You know?
Yeah. So he got John Collins. Eric Gordon went for 2. Might not be bad. That's another Clipper. Oh no, he's on Phoenix now. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's like injury insurance at this point. Yeah, I've been meaning to make a second drink for a while, but I am afraid of happening to me what happened to Paul and getting a guy that I don't want. So I only have 3 spots left, so
you got to take the phone into the bathroom with you.
Right.
And one hand phone, one hand member. You know, that's what I think you got to do.
I don't know if I can have it open on the computer and on the phone at the same time.
I was more referring to others.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for you it's tough because you're trying to do a bunch of different things.
Full disclosure, I've had to pee for at least 30 minutes.
Full disclosure, I just peed myself. I do have to pee.
I actually did a podcast with a guy who didn't want to take a break, and he peed in
A cup.
a cup. Yeah.
That's sacrifice.
True story. That happened. Dinwiddie went for 3. That's pretty good. Jabari Smith Jr. projected 2, average 5.
Was having a rough go, but now he got someone else by accident.
Yeah, they recorded by back-to-back accidents. That's rough.
You might as well just have an accident in your pants.
Yeah, probably wasn't worth it. Well, he's got he's mad because he's got 7 open spots with $12 left.
Oof.
He must have went real top heavy. What is his team? He got Tatum, Halliburton, Cade, Wagner. I don't know, Paul. I don't know.
When's J.R. Smith coming back in the league? Come on. Let's make that happen.
When is Chris Smith coming back in the league?
Yeah. How about Charles Smith?
Jabari Smith Jr. went for 6. Bobby Portis.
I like Bobby Portis.
I do. I like Bobby.
He actually had a very good year last year.
He
when you
did.
think about it.
He did. I had him on
Probably
my
his
team.
best year.
Yeah, I had him on my team. He was pretty good.
He had some clutch shots. He was like pretty important. They love him there.
$3 he went for. So, Miles Bridges, there you go. Let's see what happens.
God, someone did it.
I mean, if he plays, he might put up good numbers. It's just you don't know if he's going to be in jail. Projected 8, average 4.6.
ESPN bottom line didn't think he was in good shape.
Well, he's going for 3 right now. And
Well, again, right? Does that kind of go towards the can I stash him an injured reserve plus? You know?
yeah, I don't know if that counts for jail.
If he goes to my battery's running low on my laptop.
Okay.
Let me go get the charger.
Sure. Okay, so Bruce Brown is up. Bidding is up to $3. He's on the Pacers now, which I forgot about. That was another big loss for Denver. So Denver lost Brown and Bones. I mean, they're still going to be up there, but they definitely got a little thinner, which could be a problem come playoff time. We shall see. So the top-ranked player left is Nurkic at 99. DeAnthony Melton got nominated, who I don't think is going to play a lot. He might get some playing time if Harden gets traded, but I don't know if he's going to play that much. Projected 6, average 2.3, and he went for 2. Draft is going to start going pretty quick now. Nobody has more than $17. And the guy with 17 has 9 open spots, so he's not going to be really bidding. Benedict Mathurin. No idea how to evaluate this guy.
Hold on. Mark didn't like the optics of taking Miles Bridges because of the 3 people that might be watching this. That's pretty funny.
Well,
no offense.
Yeah.
Mathurin, I mean, part of it is because I'm on here, but whatever.
And Mathurin goes for 5. Pretty much everybody's there's like 2 guys left with money. So the draft's going to start going real quick.
I guess 20 years from now, when social media just goes crazy on the New York Knicks podcast, oh my God, he drafted a criminal.
He's going to get canceled, 6 years from now. Nurkic is finally nominated. The last player ranked in the top 100 according to Yahoo. People have been bypassing this guy. Projected 3, average 3. Looks like he's going to go for 2.
Because he's the 5th option.
Yeah. So
maybe even 6th.
Top ranked player left now is Wendell Carter. Here we go. A Knick. Quickly. Projected 1, average 1.3.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, Knicks fans.
Mediocre Knicks players coming at you.
Well, hardly anybody has any money left, so I think he's going to go for 4.
So 4 times what everybody else thinks he's worth.
Yep, he went for 4. Okay.
Oh.
So, yeah, let's see.
We need to watch the equivalent Nets podcast and see if they jack up their Nets player.
Yeah.
Or is there such a thing because nobody gives a shit about Brooklyn?
Tari Eason, who I wanted the Knicks to draft.
Well, that's another team that's kind of like their fans are like going to purgatory because no one cares.
Yeah, I really wanted the Knicks to draft this guy. So projected 0, average 1.2. He's going to go for 2. So, I think $3 is probably the most that players are going to go for now. I'm looking.
Well, I mean, you could bid them up. Oh, you're saying based on what everyone has versus spots left.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a quick calculation. It looks like most people are out of money now.
So that means you could outbid everybody.
Yes. So I have 3 spots left, and I have $16. So already I have less money than I did last year, which is good. Yeah, I really think I had $20 or $22 left.
You did have a lot.
That was really bad.
I don't remember the amount, but you had a lot.
My turn to nominate a player.
All right, let's play the game. How many players in a row will I not know? 1.
Santi Aldama, yeah. Yeah, he went for $1.
Scoot. I know Scoot.
I'm going to nominate
This
Scoot.
is late for Scoot.
I thought it was late for
compared
Scoot.
to some others.
What was he, the number 3 pick?
Yeah, but he was rumored to possibly be, higher than that.
Well, I'm bidding up to $9. Nobody's outbidding me. Suck it. I got him for 9. Good. I'm almost guaranteed to not have a lot of money left. I have 2 spots left with $7.
But that's a good pick because he'll do well.
I think he's going to do really well. Yeah. I was waiting on Scoot. I was hoping to wait a little more so somebody else outbid, but I didn't want to. At this point, if I nominate a guy, I might get stuck with him.
Right. Was $9? Did it get bid up to 9?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in a bidding war.
I was going to say that's still a little high.
It was high. It was high, but
you needed it.
Yeah, I needed it.
All right.
Wendell Carter Jr.
The streak is at
3.
1. Let's see if we can go to 2.
You don't know Wendell Carter Jr.?
I don't think so.
He's been on Orlando for a few years. He keeps getting injured. That's why. When he plays, he looks really good, but he just keeps getting hurt. Now that almost everybody's out of money, this might be a record quick draft.
Well, we're already, almost 2 hours in, right?
Yeah, but
because you literally started at 7, right?
Yeah, we've had like 3 and 4 hours.
I know Zach Collins. But...
Zach Collins. I guess without Pirtle, he's gonna get more minutes. I already have 3 centers. I don't need that. What do I need?
What do you? Well, you don't have to say it. What position possibly? I was gonna say
small forward.
Is that what you're looking for?
Small forward. I could use a small forward and a power forward. I need forwards. I have a ton of guards.
Well, Zach Collins could count as that, or is it based on the position that they play, or does it?
Whatever it says up there. So if it says power forward,
so center, he could have been.
Yeah.
If you wanted it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should.
Right. Yeah. So there's Okongwu. I was thinking about going for Okongwu.
Well, you got a 3-headed monster there.
I mean, I have too many centers.
No, I mean in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Well, Okongwu is going to be. I think him and Capella are going to split minutes pretty evenly. Collins went for 3. Okongwu went for 4. Highest player on the board, Trey Murphy III at a 108. I don't know him.
I don't even.
Still got some big names up there. Jordan Clarkson, Mike Conley, Colin Sexton.
Oh. People forget about Sexton because he got hurt.
There's a lot of players up still. I mean...
Well, think about all the boxes that are still left.
Yeah, that's true. One guy has...
still got like 20-something boxes left, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, one guy has 9 spots open.
Is he online?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
But he got Luka, McHale, and Wemby. So that was like...
So front-loaded.
Yeah, I mean, when you spend 67, 50, 61, and you only have 200, that's pretty much it for the draft.
Yeah.
Keegan Murray, 2. Jordan Clarkson. Projected 0. Average 1.6. Goes for 2.
I guess if they project 0, it means that they shouldn't be drafted.
Yeah, but
according to Yahoo.
Yeah, but not every league has 14 players like we do.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of like 10, 8 and 10 players.
Oh yeah, maybe it's based on like a standard average.
Yeah, I'm wondering
roster size.
I'm wondering if the average draft is like 10, which means they'd be pretty much done drafting by now.
Right.
With 14, you got to go pretty deep into the well. Trey Murphy went for $1. KCP. Is this the guy that all Lakers fans thought they were going to get like an all-star for?
Yep. I mean, he's a good role player. That's what he was. He had, he was important in one or two of those games.
He
late
was.
in
He
the
was.
playoffs.
He just the fake trades with him were just hilarious.
Yep. A lot of guys the Lakers thought they would be good, and they didn't really pan out, and either they got better elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. So KCP went for $1. Everyone, I don't think anybody's going to go for more than like 2 at this point. Ben Simmons, there we go.
I mean, yeah. He's going for 4.5 on average. That's higher than I would have guessed. There's some other guys who've been going for like 1 on average.
They're projecting him to hit a 3 this season. 1-3.
How?
I mean,
he's not even going to take one.
He's been posting videos of shooting them.
Oh, he's been doing that since last year.
He's been doing that for like 3 years.
All-star this year, someone said that's funny. Or is he talking about Contavious Caldwell-Pope?
No, he was talking about Simmons.
Okay.
Trent was on my list to pick, but I need forwards, so I can't get in on this.
Yeah.
But Trent, I think, is going to be a good value here. Projected 4, average 3.7. He's going to go for 3. So we got this guy left the draft. He's got 7 spots left with $7. So whoever he nominates, he's going to get. Mike Conley. Unless somebody else bids on Conley. I'm not touching anybody on Minnesota. Also, I think Conley's pretty much washed up.
Been in the league for a long time.
Yeah, he had a really good run.
Yep.
But that run is over. So the top ranked player left is PJ Washington at 118. Still no Grimes. Shaden Sharp. He's another one that might have a really good season. Portland's got a lot of. I kind of like Portland's roster.
I wonder if they're going to still make another trade.
Maybe. I mean, they got a lot of nice young pieces, and they have a lot of draft picks. They're in a good position.
Quick rebuild. They got to get a real coach, though.
Yeah. Who's their coach?
Chauncey Billups.
Yeah. Shaden Sharp went for 2. Now we got Dwight Powell. Dallas has a lot of trouble finding good big men.
I'm a little bitter about Chauncey Billups, though, because you might know why.
Just because they amnestied him for
That might be it.
10 days after they signed him.
Wasted that amnesty real good.
That was such
The
a
biggest
catastrophe.
wasted amnesty in the league.
Yeah, absolutely. It made no
By
sense.
far.
No sense. Powell went for $1. Schroeder, I absolutely would have bid on had I not.
Yeah, you don't need a point guard.
No, I'm too stacked on point guards. But
He is
$1.
valuable.
Yeah, $1. He's going to have a really good year.
Yep.
I'm tempted to bid on him and then just
Probably
try
the second
to
best player.
Yeah. I can't really.
Arguably.
I was gonna bid on him and then just try and make a trade. Trades are hard in fantasy. A lot of people don't like to make trades.
Because they feel like they don't want to get fleeced.
Yes.
I will say, in my fantasy football league, I never do, and I've done it already this year. Because I feel like, mediocre. Might as well change it up.
Yeah.
I didn't like the trade I made. I was like, this could bite me in the ass. But sometimes you just got to do it.
Well, I
Put
usually
your ego aside,
most of the time I like the guys I draft, so I don't want to.
Right, because you don't want to part with them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to get into football, but like the 2 guys I had, I drafted, and I valued them high, but I needed another position, essentially, and I was okay with the other. It was like quarterback and running back. I was fine with upgrading running back and downgrading quarterback a little bit.
I just got PJ Washington for $1.
There you go.
Somebody on Charlotte's got to put up points, right?
Someone's got to do something.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. Oh no, he's selling as part of the team, right?
Michael Jordan is the Michael Jordan of terrible owners.
Will he be friends with Charles Barkley now that he's not an owner anymore?
Hopefully. Colin Sexton went for $1. Remember, like, Cavs were like, I think we got something in Colin Sexton, and now he's
He was their best player for like a year.
yeah.
I want to say he Knicks affected 1 year where he was like, he just lit us up once.
Yeah. There's a lot of Knicks effects going on. Aaron Gordon. He looks like who's that guy from the original Scream movie? He was like Shaggy and
Oh, yes, Lillard. Is it Lillard?
I think his name
Something
is
like
Lillard.
that.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Anyway, Aaron Gordon went for $1.
Actor, and don't tell me Casey Kasem. Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. I've always thought he was a good actor. I was surprised he didn't get more roles.
Yeah, his career didn't last, right?
Yeah. He had like a little flurry in the late 90s.
Like him and Stifler.
Yeah. I always liked Stifler too. Zubac.
Who would have thought Stifler's mom? Still winning no Academy Awards.
Yeah, who would have thought out of that movie
She would be the most popular person right now.
Yeah. Zubac went for $1.
You know we've entered into the netherworld of the draft when we're talking about
Yeah.
characters from American Pie.
When we get to the 120s in the draft picks, like, what happened to this player from American Pie?
Billy Olynyk, good college player. That's about what I'll say.
He had a good season last season.
He did. But
Yahoo is projecting him to have a much worse season this season. He went for $1. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to go for $1 now. So I have one roster spot with $6 left. That's not bad.
you can get whatever you want.
Like, yeah, whatever
outside
I want.
of Lone Rangers and wait till next year. Who can they? Do they have?
No, Lone
can they even
Rangers
outbid you?
Lone Rangers has 7 spots open with
No,
$9.
he can't. No.
So
What about wait till next year? How many spots do they have left?
Wait till next year has 3 spots open for 8.
So the most they could bid is 6.
Yeah. So he could get me if he does. If I do the nominating.
What about Leon?
Leon, where is he?
He's got 2 spots, so he can't outbid you.
Right. He can bid up to 5. So Brogdon went for 2. Herbert Jones. This one's interesting. I'm going to go up to $2 on him.
His new average is now 1.8.
Yeah, I know. I personally drove his average up. Projected 0 average 1.5. I took Herbert Jones because, 1, I needed a small forward, and he plays small forward, power forward, and 2, he is Zion injury insurance. If Zion goes down, Herb Jones.
That is a fantasy strategy. Buy the guy who you think is going to get hurt. It's backup.
Yep, exactly. So I am officially done. I have $4 left. I am happy with that.
That's not bad.
That's the best I've done, I think, since we started doing the auction style draft.
So I will tell you though, Saquon Barkley insurance in football not working out so well because they. So the backup has to be at least somewhat serviceable.
Paul Reed went for
Otherwise-
$3.
I couldn't even tell you. I know who that is.
Yeah, same.
Nor Keldon Johnson.
I think he put up decent numbers for San Antonio last year. He's going to go for $1. I think everybody's pretty much in dollar mode now.
So who's the guy who lost his job because Victor Wembanyama's in the league now? That's what I want to know. Someone lost their job.
Because
They took our jobs.
Oh yeah, that's true. Everybody gets drafted. I guess somebody is out.
Especially if you're drafting like a can't miss blue chip, right?
Yeah. Probably one of the Giannis brothers. Remember when there was like 3 Plumlees and
Yes, Mason,
Miles.
Miles. Was Mark one of them? I don't remember.
I forget the other one.
Well, there were 2 of them or 3 of them were on Duke. Obi.
Obi. Herder went for $1. Obi. probably going to go for $1. We can have a mini bidding war. I think
He went
two
for, I
teams.
think, 1,000 last year.
I think 2 teams can go up to 3. Well, he went for $1.
Part of me wants him to do well, I guess.
So Grimes still hasn't been nominated. He's up there. The highest ranked player left is Patrick Williams at 129. Somebody just nominated Osar Thompson.
Okay.
Why? Am I missing something?
I think it's like, let's just pick the most random name.
I don't know. Average 1.7. Maybe I just...
You're just not as sharp. You just don't know all the guys.
Yeah, I didn't
I don't know.
study like the deep end of this year's draft, I guess.
Well, because you spent all your money, so what do you care?
Yeah.
Now the question is, will you make a free agency move when all is said and done?
Probably. I usually end up dropping like the bottom 2 or 3 guys I draft. I guess it would... Looking real quick, maybe Herbert Jones if Zion stays healthy. I like the rest of the team.
Yeah, it's Quentin Grimes.
There we go. Grimes. I was like, are we really going to have the Knicks starting lineup not get drafted in a Knicks league? So we had the Knicks starting lineup, right? We had Brunson, Grimes, RJ Randall, Mitch. We had Hart and
Yep.
IQ, right? So that's
You're missing
7.
New Toppin
Yeah, nobody's drafting New Top.
if he makes the team.
If anybody gets drafted now, it would be iHeart,
Yeah.
maybe Dante, and that would probably be it, I would think.
Yeah. I can see Dante maybe as a last ditch effort if he needs some threes.
I'd probably take iHeart before Dante. Just, I feel like there's more minutes for him. And then you got Mitch Insurance. So Grimes went for 2. Wow, everyone was waiting on Sochin. Bid up to $4.
Would that be the sleeper pick?
Wow, Jeremy Sochin. Usually when we're at...
You should be able to trade your remaining dollars for something.
Yeah. Move up
Give
in
somebody else some money or something.
or move up in the waiver wire.
Yeah, by the way, like buy some weight, $1 per spot in the waiver wire.
So, yeah, usually you don't see a bidding war going in like the 130, the late 130s in the draft spots.
So how does your waiver wire work? Is it worst team from the prior week, or is it a set waiver wire order?
It is...
Or other?
It's set. I think it's going to go... I think they... Like Yahoo has some sort of ranking. They're going to rank the teams when the draft is done.
And the weakest ranking gets first priority? Or
Right,
first priority?
yes. And then... yeah, and then if they use it, then everybody else moves up. Waivers don't get used a lot. It's more picking up guys on free agency. I think I only used a waiver wire pickup once, maybe twice last season. So Kevin Porter
Yeah, I guess
Jr.
it's different in basketball because it's daily, so the waiver wire isn't that much.
Yeah. Kevin Porter Jr. went for $1. I had him 2 years ago, and he destroyed me in turnovers. Just disgusting turnovers.
Did you end up dumping him, or you just kept him in 8?
I kept him in 8 because like I had a few other players that were getting a lot of turnovers. I think I had Randall and somebody else. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to punt it. But he shot really bad too, so I was kind of annoyed. Patrick Williams went for $1. Caleb Martin went for 2. I mean, I guess Caleb Martin is going to get more minutes now that Strus is gone. So glad Miami got so much worse.
We think.
Yeah. Oh, man, one of my other sleeper picks was all the way down here. Well, I could say it now. Kelly Oubre.
Well, you could say it now, but if you want to pick him up.
I don't think he's going to get picked up. Sadiq Bey just went for $1. Hardaway Jr. Man, Hardaway Jr. went from
The next Nick,
the Mavericks, like, second best player.
to like third string.
Yeah, he's, like, barely playing now.
Yep.
I mean, we knew he wasn't that good, but Dallas thought he was. They were pretty high on him.
The Mavs thought they were fleecing the Knicks on all these trades. I don't know. They didn't really.
I just love that clip of Mark Cuban being so smug about Porzingis, and it just didn't work out at all.
Nope.
Norm Powell, he was the other one on my.
Well, they kind of did. Weren't they trying to screw the Knicks again last year with the whole tanking, right? Because if they made the playoffs, it would have been our pick, right?
If they yes. So they did kind of screw the Knicks with that.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised they got away with. I think they got fined, but they didn't lose. They should have just given the pick back to the Knicks because that was like
Because it was intentional.
Yeah, that was completely like shady.
Well, when you think about it, right, it is shady, but they didn't break any particular rule. There should be a rule put in place. Like if we catch you.
Yeah. I mean,
Then again, if they put that rule in, they just won't be smug about it.
Yeah. Powell went for $1, Isaiah Stewart $1, and Kevon Looney is about to go for $1.
It just shows you Dirk was so important to that team. Not that we didn't know that, but
I think he's already underrated again. Like people don't talk about him as one of the greatest power forwards.
The trendsetter.
Yeah.
You don't have what Denver did last year without him even doing what he did.
Yeah. Cole Anthony. $1. I think we're done with bidding wars, right? Does anybody else have any money? Or are we just going to announce who's winning?
Lone Red Rangers could
go
more
up
than
to
$1 a box.
Yeah, so Lone Ranger's the only buddy who.
He's the only one, so it's all dollars.
Yeah.
Although, what does Duhan have? Where's he done? Yep, $1 each. Yep,
Yeah.
it's all dollar bids.
Okay.
Unless if someone just wants to bid $5 for no fun reason, whatever.
No, nobody can even do that.
Oh, you can't. Oh, you can only go $1 higher than one.
Well, no, you can only you need $1 per spot. The guy with $5 has 4 spots open.
Oh, okay. So only go 2.
Yeah. We got Kyle Anderson. So the highest ranked player left now is Gordon Hayward at 142. That was another one.
Remember he was like a prized possession for a hot minute?
Like 2 or 3 years ago, not even a long time ago.
No, and he got hurt.
He's just one of those, just unfortunately his body broke down and he just injured all the time.
I mean, he was important to the Celtics when they got him at that time and just didn't work out.
Yeah. That was one of those if he didn't.
That sucked, actually. I really felt bad for him.
Yeah. Didn't he get hurt on like the first play or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hate seeing that.
Because you wanted to see how it would play out.
Yeah, like I always want the Knicks to win, but I want them to beat healthy teams. I don't want.
Yeah.
You know. Like, would you feel good if they beat the Bucks without Giannis?
I wouldn't be upset about it.
I mean, I'd take it, but I'd always be like, oh, okay, that was kind of cheap.
No, because it would be cheap.
Yeah. And, everyone would be like, oh, that wasn't real play.
Well, I mean, in a sense, Milwaukee was a little undermanned.
So
he wasn't himself.
Yeah. So coming up is a guy named Olivier Maxence Prosper.
Bless you.
I know. He's ranked above Steven Adams, Kobe White, Gabe Vincent, Dort.
Steven Adams. I feel like he's been in the league forever.
Yeah. He just got nominated, actually.
I know.
Brandon Miller and then Steven Adams.
Is it just going to go in order at this point, you think?
No. I think if you see their names in gray, that means they left the draft. So those will go in order.
So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people still left, including yourself.
Yeah, so those people will probably pick who they want.
Pick their guy.
Yeah. Which is Nick Richards, apparently. Okay.
You said Nick Richards was an NBA player. I would have said he was in a British band.
So
Nick Richards from that 1980s boy band from Britain.
So he's taking the backup to Mark Williams, who I took. So he's hoping my center gets injured. Average is 0, so he's never been drafted. The average is a dash, I mean.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
that's a dash, right? That's a 0 in Excel currency.
Well,
Format.
congrats on
I'm
being the
very-
first person to draft Nick Richards. There we go, Dylan Brooks. He might actually put up some numbers in Houston when he's not punching nutsacks.
Oh. He's got 2 balls, but that's only good for baseball.
I can't believe they gave him such a big contract.
Houston just threw money at like you said, like just odd spots.
Like Memphis was literally like, we just don't want you on the team, and Houston's like, we'll just give you a ton of money.
We'll bid against ourselves.
Yeah,
Like,
so weird.
was someone else like in the hunt?
I don't think. I think they bid against themselves. So we got how many picks?
So I'm
we
a
got?
hard stop at 9:30, which I think will end by then.
Yeah, we only got 17 picks left. They're going every 20 seconds now. Dylan Brooks went for $1. Denny Avija, who was the top-ranked player left at 144. After that, 146 is Harrison Barnes, who
Oh,
I mean,
from the past.
I can't believe there's still like decent players left.
Are they fantasy decent or decent?
I think decent, maybe not fantasy decent. Like Dort was putting up good fantasy numbers a year or two ago. I think he's going to be good for OKC, but I don't think you'd want to draft him. Same with
There's
like
one of the Plumleys.
DeAndre Hunter, Terrence Mann. Hey, there's a Plumlee coming up. I don't know if anybody's going to actually take him. He's ranked 179. I had Caruso last year, and he was incredible with the steals, but he just kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
There we go, Plumlee. He did get
Yeah,
nominated.
so I'm saying there's one of the Plumleys.
179th ranked player just got drafted. Harrison Barnes at $1. Yeah, see, we're down to like 15 open spots. We'll definitely be done by 9:30. So Kyle Lowry is now the highest ranked player at 150.
Talk about getting old.
Is he going to be their starting point guard?
He might.
That seems like a bad idea.
He kind of fizzled out at the end of the year last year.
Yeah. So glad he was really good just for the Knicks series.
There were a lot of guys that were.
I know. That
They
whole
played
team.
out of their skulls in that series.
Yeah, that whole team caught fire all at once. It was disgusting.
And nothing against Tibbs, but Spoelstra's a good coach, and he outcoached him.
Yeah, he did. I mean, the whole team's cold. I would honestly, I would have put in Fournier if nobody could hit a three.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah, I'm like, if you're not going to defend the 3-point line and you're not going to hit three, it's like, see if Fournier.
Maybe try for some instant offense, right?
Yeah, it's not like players are playing awesome defense. So like,
Yep.
you can't say I'm sitting Fournier because of defense.
They were just out-muscled and just outworked.
So we had Amen Thompson, who was talked about a lot in the draft. I don't know how it'll be. He's on Houston. They have so many like random guys. Who knows who's going to be good?
I just hope the Heat didn't expose the Knicks. Give a blueprint to how to stop the Knicks.
I mean, the Knicks, to stop the Knicks, it's always been take a lot of threes because they don't really defend the three-point line.
Yeah,
That's
and they don't shoot it well either.
That's been an issue for the Knicks last like 6 coaches. It's weird. It's like none of them were like, hey, how about we step out and try and guard the three? So Rashawn Holmes and Christian Wood went. Everyone's skipping over Lowry. We have Kevin Love nominated instead, who I guess is going to get more minutes this season.
I mean, how old is he now?
I think 34.
That's it? I would have been put him close to 40.
He seems a lot older, right?
I feel like he's been in the league forever.
He is 35.
Yeah, you were close.
Just turned 35.
Oh, that's why you said 34.
Yeah. I feel sad that I have so much of these stats memorized. Yeah, literally 37 days ago he turned 35. So,
Yes, Kyle Lowry.
Mr. C said Jay didn't have $20 left at the end. Yeah, so Lowry, he's going to go. Malik Monk, who had like a good month in Sacramento, and everyone's like, holy crap. and then disappeared.
Another Kentucky guy.
Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas put up 40 points 3 games in a row, and then Brooklyn benched him. It was the weirdest thing.
It was weird.
I've never seen a player do that, and then the coach.
It was very almost Lynn-esque, but not as ridiculous.
But only if Lynn got like benched.
Right.
Yeah, it was like I don't get how you like. The coach implied that he doesn't do anything else other than score, but they didn't have anybody else on the team at the time.
Right.
It's where, I mean, at this point in the draft, why not just take a
What a
wild
wacky
swing.
season that was.
Yeah.
Because most of their record was built on that three-headed monster, and then they got booted. They were in the playoffs, right? They got booted quick in the first round. That was easy money, by the way, on FanDuel.
Yeah.
I faded them pretty good.
Because they were
outmatched.
Well, one, they were a match, but they were
Overrated.
They were a higher seed because
they were overseeded.
Yeah.
Like they were fake. They were seeded based on the other team, not the team that they became.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they also won a
easy.
couple random games after the trade that.
I know, but the playoffs usually shake out the real people from the fake people.
Yeah. Weissman and Monk. I mean, these are good like swing for the fences picks at this point.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, these last picks, they're literally like flyers.
I mean, mine was Herb Jones, which is my Zion insurance.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's either insurance picks or guys that you think are you're speculating that might come out of nowhere and do something.
I mean, Ingram also gets injured some, and Herb also backs him up, so it's like a double backup plan. Between those two guys, I should probably get a lot of Herb Jones minutes.
5 left.
Josh Richardson, Naz Reid. Yep. So we got 4 spots left and 4 minutes.
Believe it or not, though, there are still 9 people still watching. Staying to the end.
Grant Williams. Somebody took Oubre.
Oubre, yeah.
I think that was a good pick. Second to last pick in the whole draft. I think that was a good pick. Bogdan Bogdanovic, and the last pick will go to Kuminga. It's got to be Kuminga because this guy isn't here. Yeah, Kuminga. All right.
That is it.
So, thanks for joining.
So I guess at 11 minutes they grade everything?
Yeah, they'll grade everything, and then they'll say where they think each team is. So, we could talk about that later.
Yep.
But,
all right, man.
Yeah,
another draft down the tubes.
Yeah.
I mean, in the books.
I appreciate you doing it again.
No, absolutely. I'll see you later, man.
All right. Take care.
Happy fantasy. See ya.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. YouTube.com /@NY Knicks podcast is our YouTube. Twitch.tv/CrippledBacon. If you want to email us, nyknickspodcast@gmail.com. And we are NY Knicks Podcast on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter or X or whatever the hell that is at this point. And we will talk to you soon. Thanks again for joining.
My love